Hello, everyone.
You need what from me?
A Capri Sun.
Oh. Shelby wants to sell a Capri Sun for herself and me.
Do I need one? No. Do I want one?
No.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. How are you all today? Welcome to Fridays with Monument Hobbies. And also with Baby J and Shelby.
Woohoo!
Oh, excuse me, Schlebby.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. We are getting Gabe to get us some Capri Suns.
We'll see if he actually does it. He might not.
He might not. He may just like walk over there and be like, I'm getting some for myself. And then walk back and be like, you want one of these? That's too bad because you can't have one. Capri Suns.
Well,
All right. Today, we're doing a nice little thing for Gabe, which is why we're making him run and do all the work.
Yeah.
We are painting up a little birthday gift for the guy.
Aw.
He's been really nice. He's been working hard.
The birthday boy.
He's a birthday
His
boy.
birthday was a while ago.
It was like last week.
It was a while ago.
A while ago was your birthday, Schlubby.
I know.
See this one? See this one? She. Capri Sun lady over there would like a Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
So we're going to give this good old prime.
What is this model?
This is a model. This is a Lord of the Rings model. Which I have done my best to clean up.
Yeah.
Metal models are generally a little bit of a pain in the butt.
You are such a liar.
I need you to go back and double check.
No, look at it. Look at his face.
Well, there's the Capri Sun over there.
I've never been so devastated in my entire life.
Gabe, I need you to go to the grocery store and get a Capri Sun.
What am I to do? How am I supposed to go without a Capri Sun?
Well, Gabe, I guess I'm painting something else today then. Did you just say good?
Such a sad day. Welcome, everybody. It's been a crazy Friday.
It's been a crazy week. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. But
Fridays
today has been
notwithstanding.
especially crazy.
Why has today been especially crazy?
Oh, gee, I don't know. That's a really good question. Maybe because of the 1,000 orders that we have.
Huh? How many orders do we have?
We have a lot. We have
Just a few.
1,000.
More than that.
Yeah.
Because you guys wanted so much of this cool stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the box packing is going. That is for sure.
OMG Mike, I meant to ask yesterday, but when you have paint building up on the nozzle of your airbrush, is that typically because your air pressure is too high? It is a combination of multiple things. Your air pressure can be too high. The atmosphere or the area in which you are in is very dry, in which case your paint is drying too quickly, which will cause the tip to dry. It also could mean that you're thinning your paints too much or not enough. There's like a nice ratio of getting everything to a point where the tip isn't getting dry and you're accumulating paint on the tip. But usually it has to do with your paint dry. What is happening is your paint is drying as it is coming out of the nozzle of the airbrush and is collecting on the tip and is drying.
Jade, everyone is, I think, feeling good. I think some people might be a little bit more stressed out than others.
I'm doing great.
I'm doing great. I feel great.
My life, great.
Philip brought donuts in,
Oh, that was from Philip?
which I'm convinced that I manifested because on the way to work, I was like, man,
Donuts sound good.
like sometimes we do that. We bring in donuts for like big days. I hope there's donuts today. And then I show up and there's 3 boxes of donuts.
Shelby, I was thinking about making cinnamon rolls for the last couple of weekends. I think I might make some on Sunday and bring them out on Monday.
I think you should absolutely do that.
So that we can have really, really nice homemade cinnamon rolls for the entire staff in the morning on Monday when the bulk of the order stuff happens.
I agree. OMG Mike said not tip dry. I mean the ring around the tip has actual liquid paint in it.
the ring. You talking about like this? This bit in here? Just get a Q-tip or something and get the wet paint out. It's probably because your paint's too thin. It's a combination. Your paint is too thin and you're pulling too far back on the airbrush. Like I'm only pulling back just a little bit. I'm doing like this type of motion right here. I'm not pulling all the way back.
I started building my Blood Bowl models today. That was very exciting. Who's your favorite provider of donuts and why is it Philip? Yes.
It's not.
Oh.
Screw that guy.
Wow. He brought donuts. I did. It was kind of bad for me though because he got like donut holes too, like a whole.
He got so many donut holes.
He got a box of donut holes, like a full like dozen box full of donut holes. And every time I walk by, I'm like, it's a donut hole.
I grab one every time I walk by.
Every
single time I've walked, every single time I walk by, I eat one.
Yeah, I probably had like 3 or 4 donuts.
More than we probably should have.
In donut holes.
Yeah.
Because every time.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
I'm like, what's one?
Oh, sassy again today, huh? Always sassy.
Jordan is perpetually sassy.
I am full of the sass.
T-Schmidt, yes, the gnomes. I got the whole team and then a treeman, but I didn't get the star player.
Why not?
Because I didn't want him.
Lame-o?
Didn't want him. Didn't
Why are you being so lame, Shelby?
Sorry.
Not getting all the cool stuff?
Didn't want him.
Hey, Chuck, do you want to know what the great thing about being an adult is?
You have adult money.
You have adult money that you can spend on donuts.
Great. Yeah, here's the thing,
I want donuts now too. Look at that. She even agrees.
I would walk into my office past the donuts and I'd grab one. And then as I'm walking out, I would grab one again. And so it was basically 2 donuts, not just one.
So we're painting some Rohan today. So this guy is going to be a nice green-black to start with. And we're going to kind of build up from there.
Ghost Hunter, you can hardly compare donuts to gin. I don't think that's a fair...
Did you say donuts to gin?
Comparison. Yeah, you said donuts are better than Empress Gin, which I can't agree,
Objectively?
but I can't disagree.
Probably true.
I don't know. Depends on what mood I'm in.
Are you an alcoholic?
No. What?
You just said that gin is better than donuts.
That is not what I said.
That's actually exactly what I said.
Wow, you are putting words in my mouth. I can't believe this right now.
First off, I think we should all believe this. And second off, it's 100% true.
We're not going to talk about this again.
Gin being worse than donuts? Yeah.
Yeah, no, just anything about me liking gin, okay? We've covered it. We've moved on. We know how I feel.
Shelby really likes gin.
I don't need people getting on me about liking gin.
I'm not getting on you about liking gin. I'm just saying that I think we can all agree that gin is not better than donuts. And you said, but not really.
I said I can't agree, but I can't disagree. That is not the same.
You cannot have both of those agreements at the same time. Actually, technically you can.
Sometimes, if I'm in a donut mood, chances are I'm not in a gin mood. If I'm in a gin mood, I'm probably not in a donut mood. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're probably in a donut mood more than you are in a gin mood.
You'd be surprised. What about a gin-flavored Pro Acryl paint? No.
looking good with the screen so far. Let it be known to Gabe that I'm going to be doing some freehand on this banner,
Oh.
and he best be happy about it.
Yeah. I think he has no choice.
Well, he does have an option. I'm not sure that there's an option that's better than being excited about it, but you know. It's Gabe, he could surprise us.
Oh my gosh, paint a freehand Capri Sun on the banner.
Nope, ain't doing that.
Yes.
We will not.
That would be so
doing
funny.
that.
It just looks like a Capri Sun package.
It's just a Capri Sun.
I would love that.
We've got a small little Capri Sun package here.
Avian said, "Is it time for Baby J to paint a model donut with Pro Acryl? Time to chat with the forbidden donut."
Nope.
Yes.
I won't do it.
I agree.
I will not do it. I refuse. See what I did there?
No.
I refuseled. I refused to do it.
Yeah, that's a word.
I did. It is a word. I just made it up.
How's everyone else's Friday going? You guys obviously know how our Friday is, but how's everyone else?
It's going great. Yelled at camera.
Yeah.
Good. Just got home from work. Nice.
Oh, Jay's doing fantastic.
Jade is doing fantastic.
We love that.
Jeebus.
Let's see. Star said, "I was just priming 10 minis with Pro Acryl and some terrain with, I don't know that one. Both black primer. I got tip dry on the Pro Acryl primer like every 2 to 4 minutes. The AP primer I could paint for 10 to 15 minutes before having to deal with it. Reckon it's the primer or the fact that I hold the valve open for longer than when priming terrain."
So what PSI are you spraying at? Are you thinning the primer? These are two important questions that I must ask. This is a little bit of bright green mixed into the light green.
Source said 25 psi, no thinning.
And you're getting tip dry. Now, what are you like? Are you having to literally like pick off dried paint off of the tip of the airbrush, or what exactly are you like experiencing?
Chuck, that sounds amazing. Your day sounds great.
(1000 psi). I like to shear my models in detail.
Yes, it's starting to build up on the tip, so I have to clean it.
I mean, it's very odd that that's happening. How far open are you pulling the airbrush? Because my guess is what's happening is you're pulling back too far in the airbrush, and it's starting to beat up on the tip of the airbrush, and then it's drying as it's spraying. That's my assumption of what's happening. Because it's unlikely you live in a place that's more humid than here, or I'm sorry, that's drier than here. And I have never had the tip dry on my airbrush here, ever, in the year and change that I've been here. So my guess is that pulling back too far and letting it just kind of fly is gathering too much paint. Jade, it's tough because anytime you ask if you ever ask me whether or not you should get an extra model, my answer is always going to be yes. With some very, very, very minor exclusions that hopefully never happen. Yeah, it's tough because I've never used those airbrushes before, Source. That might be something where you want to look into people who have used that particular airbrush and might have some knowledge, because it could just be something related to the action of the airbrush, where there's more spray or more airflow into a particular area that's causing things to dry out faster. Now, we live in a desert. It's like dry and hot here all the time.
Yeah. It's definitely not the Midwest. It is the Southwest.
Yes, we are not in the Midwest. Deadbeat artist, I do not sign my minis at all. More models equals more happy. I agree with you, Paint Looker. Chuck wasn't watching chat. He was confused why you were responding to me. Yeah. Screen games, that works really, really well. So our primer is typically thinner, because our primer has less urethane in it than other primers do, which means it doesn't dry as hard, but is lighter than other primers generally. So it's possible, because our primer is a little bit lighter, that you're getting it more on our primer than you are on theirs. Oh, gosh darn it.
Slayer Street, you asked a question about how crazy today actually is a while ago, but it's mostly like it just hasn't stopped. I think that is why it just feels more crazy. Yeah, just things are like constantly happening.
We've also had guests the last couple of days.
Yeah,
which makes things a little bit more hectic.
And yes, it is Schlebnanigans. That was hard.
Schlebnanigans.
Schlebnanigans. There we go. Estrella, we have bottled a lot of paint.
A ridiculous
for the
amount,
new
to be honest with you.
We knew. We were prepared and knew that a lot of people would want them, so...
Yes. What we didn't count on was everybody wanting to buy everything else at the same time. Which is why our other sets are out of stock right now. Because we expected everybody to buy a metric crap load of all the new stuff. But we weren't expecting you guys to have like held off on ordering all the rest of the stuff that you wanted until this new set came out, and then just order everything at the same time.
Yeah. OSB paints. No idea when the metallic set will be back in stock. Hopefully soon. We are like filling some of the colors from the main line as we do the signature colors, but there's just a lot.
We're kind of in a triage sort of situation, right? Like we need to continue making the new sets so that they can remain in stock for everybody who wants to buy the new things. But we also need to make the other things too so that people can buy the other things that they want to buy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we only have so much space on our machines for manufacturing and enough hands to make stuff at one time. So we have to kind of like play a little bit of, we'll make this and we'll make a little bit of this, and then we'll fit this in really quick so we can have some more of this stuff to fill stuff out, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Realistically, the thing that's happened is that our sets have multiple paints in them, and because our inventory basically pulls, when you buy a set, it pulls from our just like allotment of inventory. So if we're out of a paint, it takes the entire set out of stock, even though we might
It's
only
just-
be out of one of those colors.
Right.
So if you want to, in the interim, you can always go onto our store, buy all the other 8 to 10 colors in the set as a set discount, which you'll get the same discount that you would buying the whole set. You just won't have that one color that's out of stock.
Right.
Then you can come back and pick it up later. So you can still get the same deal that you would on the set. You just will be missing like one of the colors that's normally in it.
Yeah. And Critical Falcon, I'm gonna go with no on the sets being in stock in the next couple of weeks.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It depends on a lot of different factors.
Yeah.
It depends on what happens this weekend.
Right.
Right? Like, if we come back in on Monday and everything is out of stock, like,
Yeah.
we got to make the newer stuff. Because
Yeah.
that's all the stuff that the most amount of people don't have.
Yeah.
But
we're obviously gonna order more paint, so it's
Correct.
not like you're never gonna be able to get them again.
yes. The upside is that our new machine is now working.
Yes.
So our capacity for being able to produce paint at a higher volume, at also higher speeds, is now greatly increased. So our ability to produce more volume has gone significantly up, which means as long as we have the raw materials in stock, which for a lot of it we do, we'll be able to get that stuff made a lot quicker in a lot higher volumes.
Yeah.
So that's the good news. Some of the stuff we are out of the raw materials, and we are going to need to wait until we get more raw materials to make it. But that we're already on top of it. So never
Chuck-
you guys fear.
Chuck, I don't know what brand the button-down work shirts are.
I don't know either.
I can
Gabe might
check,
know.
or Gabe can. Gabe might know if he's
I have
watching.
one in my office.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have the brand on it or not.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Negative, we do have a storefront, sort of. It's more just like you can come to headquarters and we have a rack of paint and we sell all of our products here. If we're in stock of it, so.
But we have time, Walt. You can also check out the facility too.
Sugar
We're not
Rush,
super busy.
we can generally run 3 colors at one time currently because we have 3 paint lines. And it depends on like how many buckets we do, depends on how many we need of it, but generally 3 colors.
Shelby, can you do me a favor?
Maybe.
Can you pull up a tab on Google and Google the name Gambling for me?
Like this?
Yep.
Great.
That's it. Then go to images.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then if you could, the one just to the right of that. There you
Like
go. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's perfect.
Beautiful.
Perfection. Shelby's doing the thing perfectly.
Thanks.
All right. So now I'm gonna start doing some freehand. So I'm gonna do the outline of this first. There's like trim that goes around the entirety of the banner. That's in this kind of deep red color. I'm gonna use some red oxide for this.
Yeah, Chuck, Gabe has a lot that he's doing right now, so he is, I think updating the paint brochure is a little bit lower on the list, but it's probably getting up there.
It's actually getting updated right now.
Great. Look at that.
Gabe and I have been in conversations about it today. I sent him over the new updated list with the brochures, which I goofed up a little bit on, so we fixed it right before I came in stream. So
Please. Negative, probably not. You probably aren't, you can't come and print your own texture trainer too, unfortunately, as
Nope.
much as you may want to.
yeah, no, sorry. We have a production process for that is in place. That our wonderful Brendan in-house does.
Hello, Fido. Welcome. Yeah, we love having people come in and say hi. But if you do, like, tell us that you're from stream. I always feel bad when people walk away and they like don't tell me that they're from stream because we love saying hi to you guys.
We do. We had a couple people show up yesterday and they didn't say anything.
Right.
We were very sad.
And we don't know. You guys know us, but we don't know you.
Yeah, remember. we do not, we are not all knowing. We have only met some of you.
Mm-hmm. Source. Wait, you can't see my cam? No. They broke all the trainers playing hockey. That's why it's out of stock. No, we only play with the ones that didn't pass.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't play hockey with them at all. These are lies.
Fido,
Joe has been telling you lies.
Fido asked what you're painting.
Who's asking?
Fido?
Fido, I am painting a model by the name of Gamling, who you might recognize from The Lord of the Rings, specifically the Two Towers. Or I guess he was in Return of the King too. But that is who I am painting. I'm working on painting the banner right now. This is a birthday gift for Gabe. Well, this and the other models that it comes with, but
Are you just painting this one?
right now.
Oh, you're painting all of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like this is kind of a two-parter. Like, this model, this set comes with Gamling on foot and mounted. So I will do both of those, at least.
Okay.
I might have him paint Hama. Because I don't think you really use Hama. I think you just use Gamling most of the time. So he's probably going to get more use out of these anyways. But yeah. That's the plan.
Nice.
And yeah, we're going to do a little bit of the bright yellow ochre for the edges. But we're going to mix a touch of green into it.
Game Delay said, I'll come in with a hat and fake facial hair, and I'll ask if you have Wizard's butt in stock. No one will ever know I'm from stream.
Yeah, that's probably a dead giveaway.
Completely fooled.
You had us fooled the whole time.
Depends on how good the disguise is. If it's really good, then for sure, but that's I don't know if that's in the budget.
Can you do me a favor? Can you type in Rohan Banner?
You want me to get rid of gambling?
No. Put it in a different tab. Just really quick.
Which
yeah,
one?
it's definitely kind of like a yellow-green. Right?
Yeah.
Looks like a yellow-green to me.
Yeah. It is.
But it's more saturated. So what we don't want is we don't want the mix that I just used. So
Fido, that's a good
instead,
one. I like that.
We're gonna take
Oppo, I don't know. Watch streaks probably don't work because of the what's it called? Why am I blanking? Because of the stream. What? Restream. There we go. Because of Restream.
You break everything?
Hmm?
You break everything?
No. I think watch streaks just aren't like, you know how you can do like a watch
sure.
streak?
Yeah.
It's because it's not only through Twitch. I think that's why. But I could be wrong. I don't know anything about it. He said, I'll walk in and say, I'd prefer to be helped by your best employee. Who is your best employee and why is it Philip?
It's definitely not Philip.
I disagree.
You guys want it to be Philip? Definitely not Philip. He doesn't deserve it. He's not cool enough.
Wow. He can't even
I'm
defend
cool enough,
himself either.
I'm definitely cool enough for that.
I would be the first person that you would probably see. if I come out of my door fast enough.
True. Let's try regular yellow ochre maybe. There we go. All right. I think we found the right color. That's better.
Wow, your lines are so straight.
We're trying.
Yeah,
We're trying over here.
looking great. Today has flown by. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, today kind of disappeared
yeah,
very quickly.
yeah.
It was like lunch, and then it was like the day's over. For me.
Yes, that's how I feel.
Which, to be fair, is technically 2 hours earlier than the actual end of the day. But, I mean, once I'm on stream, I'm here until the day is over. So,
Clarkatron said, why base in green if you're painting yellow and red?
because the majority of the banner is green. Like, the entire background of the banner is this color. I'm just layering other colors on top of it. And whenever you're working on like a freehand like this, you never want to paint your largest volume of color after you've done all the rest of the stuff. Because there's like a horse that's in the middle of this, which is going to be a nightmare to paint.
Oh.
But
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be terrible. I don't know why I didn't realize that.
yeah, you're looking at it. You know what it looks like.
Good luck. I have full faith.
I don't suck at these things. Luckily.
Fido said, as a side note, wow, that yellow covers so well. It does.
Yeah, I mixed in something that would have better coverage with it. So, like, I used a yellow ochre. So, I built the color a little bit darker so that it would have better coverage over the green.
What did you mix together? Yellow ochre and what?
It's yellow ochre, literally just like a touch of black green, and then a little bit of warm yellow to add some saturation back to it.
That is not the combination I would have thought.
Yeah, we don't have quite. You know what's funny is the first wizard's butt color is actually kind of just this color.
Mm.
It's a little bit more.
This looks
green.
warmer.
It's a little warmer, yeah. But
Is
it's
it-
definitely really close.
Yeah.
But yeah, nice color palette here. This is probably a little bit more yellow than it's supposed to be, but I think it looks nice. So we're gonna paint like this.
Sapo, I don't know if it'll take 2 weeks exactly, but
What?
just like orders placed yesterday when they'll
Oh
ship.
yeah.
I don't think it would take 2 weeks depending on when you order, but it will take longer than normal.
Yeah, our expected times out for things right now are not going to be normal for a couple of weeks for sure.
Yes.
We do not receive this volume of orders on a day-to-day basis, except for when new stuff comes out. So if this is your new first release with us, first off, thank you for being here.
Yes.
For a brand new release with us. And just bear in mind that, you know, we are still a small company and we have a very, very large volume of orders to work through. And we got to make sure that our team gets rest and relaxation over the weekend. So we're filling what we can today, and then they're going to get back into it next week with a big old mountain of orders. So and our team goes through pretty quick. Yeah, our shipping team is really, really good. So
Luckily, most orders I think are just the 3 sets, so that also kind of helps. Like you just kind of grab same size box and it'll weigh the same. So
hello.
Hi.
I thought you might want to hang out there. I love this new look, by the way, for the comfy chairs. It's awesome.
Chairs aren't plugged in.
Aww.
Oh, that's probably because they plugged in the lights.
Chairs
How
aren't
dare they?
plugged in.
Which one are you in? Are you in the left one?
Oh, left.
Isn't that awesome, chat?
Chair left. It's been disconnected from the pad, so you just have to turn the little eyeball on next to it in the scene. Chair left.
Oh, you want me to do that one?
And then hit chair off. Ta-da!
Yay!
Hi, it's me. I'm sexy.
Oh, I'm sexy.
I'm even sexier because I have a pink purple light behind me now.
It does add to the ambiance.
Hello. Look at us. Oh, Fido. Yeah, you turn it back to the both.
Mm-hmm.
You can just hit both and not have to change left.
Isn't it cool?
Don't eat the paint.
That is
Don't
a
eat the
real
paint.
sign.
Don't eat the paint, fools.
It's not good for you. Good for your soul, but not your stomach.
Don't eat the paint. Is
It's
that a
not-
real sign? Real. No green screen. Brick wall. Silly colored lights. Don't eat the paint.
Don't eat the paint. How was
Baka,
your
you should.
how was your lunch?
But what if paint is delicious? It isn't. And what did you do to make it? Why did you make it? It doesn't. See, Gama Delay? What? Jason is well lit and color balanced? I can't handle the sexy. Nobody can.
How was your lunch?
Lunch was okay. We went to China Chili.
Oh.
That's so funny. I ordered food from China Chili for lunch.
Did you? Yeah, Scott said he wanted Chinese. And so we were like, well, we have some really good Chinese right on the street. It's more traditional, like, real chicken breast sliced up as opposed to like chunky, orange chicken,
Yeah.
stuff. And he was like, oh, that sounds great. So we went there.
Yep.
Lunch menu implemented.
Yeah,
Good.
the lunch menu is really good.
Relapse says instructions unclear, eating paint. So when it says do not eat paint, and then you choose to eat paint, you've missed on all cases. Like that's not even close.
It's not how it works, folks. It's not how it works.
We need to convince Monument to move their operation where the weather is better. What?
What?
North of what border is the weather better? Definitely not in Kanukistan.
No. Mm-mm.
You guys really only have 4 months, and the rest is whiteout.
Baby
Big J
J.
freehand question.
Yeah.
When copying something that exists like this banner, how detailed do you decide to go? Do you include the gold lines inside the horse, or just leave the whole thing white? Same for the sun. Red not work inside of the sun, or just yellow.
I'm doing the whole thing. We're going crazy.
He's going crazy as if he wasn't already.
Correct.
I got the house
Honestly.
special chicken, exact. Yeah. Yeah. Even if you like the taste, it doesn't matter. Don't eat the paint. You did make the brush soap smell like bread, though. I mean, I don't know what bread you're buying.
Yeah.
Stop buying from the 8-day-old bread pile. I wish when it was just one couch, it was framed to say "eat paint." It says don't eat the paint. We turn it back to the full. If we get it framed right, is one of them gonna say "eat paint"? The other one says "don't the." Oh, that's gonna be horrible.
You should
My
always
side that I sit on is always gonna say "eat paint."
Yes.
Oh boy, chat.
Yeah, that's not great.
Oh boy, chat.
We'll just
No, it
make
won't
sure-
because it's cropped into where you won't even see the sign.
Yeah.
Ha ha! We're smarter than you, chat.
Yep. All right.
Going crazy. It's a very short trip for Jordan.
Yeah, it's not. I don't have very far to go.
Clark Sean, you'd like to move away from this weather too? As a Canadian, I confirm Canadian weather blows. It's great for like a couple of months.
Mm.
Relapse is like, you're picking fights again. Fight me. Am I lying though?
Yeah, Seattle's got great weather for like 2 months of the year.
Like a day. Watched a video where they were ranking white paints and they mentioned PA titanium white tastes the worst.
Oh my gosh. They
On
had to say
purpose.
something negative about it.
On purpose.
And they couldn't pick anything else other than it tastes bad.
It tastes the worst on purpose. 100% on purpose bad. Donkey butt flavoring go. Chuck the Mead Man, no. Quit that. Jay's like, ha, we win. No, you didn't. We just proved you wrong.
You should have the don't flickering on and off.
The don't flickering.
Oh
my
my
God, that'd be
gosh,
great. I
that would
should've
be
done that, right?
amazing.
That'd be so great. It's all one sign, so I can't do that.
Yeah.
But if I'd have been smart, I would have ordered them as individual words, so we could have had different colors and stuff. In hindsight, chat, I just got excited about making a sign that said "Don't eat the paint,"
Yeah.
so I just ordered it. I said, "Here, ordered, go." We got it in like a
Ordered,
week.
go. Did it really get here in a week?
Yeah, it's finally a real camera. It's actually a Sony instead of the crappy webcam. So
Doesn't it look awesome?
yeah, much
I
better.
think it looks amazing.
Mucho better. Look how much better I look than Shell because she still has a webcam.
Yeah. So sad.
So sad.
One day.
Maybe.
Shelby,
What?
don't dream.
Mm.
Don't dream.
I don't often.
Don't dream. We share a background color though. So.
We do.
Seattle Rain Fest, January 1st to December 31st.
It's pretty sunny during the summers.
Hello, Jabe. I do like the lights. How do I change the colors? Okay. Okay, cool.
Hi, Jabe.
He
Bye.
realized that we were matching,
You guys
and then
make
he's
paint
like, I don't
taste
want to
like
match
bad?
anymore.
Make paste taste bad like Nintendo made Switch games taste bad to protect kids? Yes. Donkey butt
Oh,
flavor.
yeah, I remember that.
Trademark.
Oh, they do that?
Yeah, like the little.
It's like bitter apple for dogs.
Oh.
You got to start putting bitter in the paint like the air duster cans. Game Gamet Eli says you were smarter than chat. You see, I nearly called you by your wrong name. You were smarter than chat. You've made it entirely not at all easy to screen cap and edit the sign so it says eat paint. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna happen because I know you people too
We
well.
know you all too well.
You like how they add the bitter coating to the Nintendo Switch cartridge, yeah. As a Canadian and a veteran, my diet consists of 80% snow, 20% maple syrup, 10% bacon, and 1% paint. That's 111%.
Yeah.
I like Canadian math.
Canadian math is the best kind of math.
That
'cause
works.
It doesn't make sense.
And their money is called loons. That just to show how crazy they are for living there. That's a lot of percents. You're exactly right. That is a lot of percents. Oh my God, Mike. Lick a Switch cartridge once, you'll never do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, now I just want to out of curiosity.
I don't know, man. Honestly, people continue to lick their brushes, so there's that.
Yeah, Miniac guy was doing it yesterday.
There's that.
What a weirdo.
Okay, anything you put on your tongue that isn't actually made as food that causes your tongue to tingle is probably bad.
Did you ever do that with batteries?
No.
I'm not going to say yes, but yes.
I'm not going to say yes, but yes.
I feel attacked. But 9-volt batteries are horrible. Don't ask me how I know.
But they would make your tongue all buzzy.
Woo! Make your hair stand up. Make your hair stand up. Canadians just know how to hustle, give everything 110%, and then add some paint. Division ring Canadians just know how to hustle. I am about to laugh.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Battery.
That was so real.
Ha 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 ha.
The harder thing is trying to lick both ends of a double A. That takes talent.
Something makes me think that you've tried this before.
How else do you tell the 9-volt is still good? Right?
I mean, to this day, I'll pick up a 9-volt and tap it on my tongue. You get that coppery taste real quick and that little buzz.
Yeah.
Zzz.
All right. First part of the banner, complete.
Oh yeah.
Next, we got to paint a silly horse.
Really
Is
what?
he Father
Do you
Christmas?
want me to find a different?
Click back over to the left one. No,
I've never
this-
owned a Nintendo anything except
Oh,
for
actually.
a Wii.
Go back.
I had a Wii that I got from somewhere in my life. Might have been a
Click on the banner
girl I
thing.
dated at one point in time or something, but there was a Wii in my possession, and I did Wii bowling. And maybe the tennis one. And that was cool for a minute, but I can't stand the cute, chibi looking.
Yeah, if you want to click on one of those ones that look similar, yeah, that works good.
I can't see anything they're doing, chat. All I know is that Jordan looks like he was frozen in time. He was like staring at the screen so intently.
We're trying to find a good reference.
Wii bowling sounds like the tiniest bowling ever. Exactly. But that's like literally the only Nintendo I've ever owned. I've never owned a Switch or a Nintendo. What were some of the other
I
ones?
couldn't get him to do anything.
A game.
I'm impervious to that nonsense.
I know.
Game Boy.
Sometimes.
Never had any of those.
Did you have a GameCube?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know, there was nothing really in the Nintendo cutesy fartsy world that intrigued me enough to want to buy anything Nintendo.
It's fair.
Sony, on the other hand, I was a PlayStation boy. I've owned one Xbox, and that was my brother-in-law's fault. And I played some game that was absolute horrid, and I gave it back to him. Then I borrowed another one from him to play Elden Ring with my nephew, and my nephew chased butterflies in the field for 4 hours and refused to actually play the game like a real human being, and so I stopped doing that real quick after I bought him Elden Ring and bought another copy of Elden Ring because I already had Elden Ring and had beat it, but I bought it for Xbox and got their Xbox.
Do you think you're going to play the DLC?
Why, of course. Do you consider me a heathen?
You could have been if you'd given me a different answer.
Why, of course, I will play the Elden Ring DLC.
Your nephew was playing Elden Ring like it was Skyrim?
I love it. JG says I had to miss some of the streams so I could go trick my kids into licking Switch cartridges.
Oh my
You are
God.
my
That's
hero, by the
great.
way.
Please tell me
That's
they did it.
awesome.
Yeah, let us know the results.
Jason did a Wii bowling. This is not how you spell that. This makes it a whole different story. And no, I do not know anything about that. I have not peed myself while bowling. Xbox has some good gems in the day. So I played a game called Fable, and I don't know which one it was. And it was some sort of like pseudo RPG fantasy thing. And it was horrible because it was based on like morality choices. And I played the whole game, and the game itself wasn't bad, but the morality decisions it made were horrible. If you did the right things, it gave you the horrible ending. It made you feel like being nice was not the way to do things.
What game is this?
I think it was called Fable.
There's a
Sounds right.
T. Schmidt says Fable was the biggest disappointment.
wow.
What about Gears of War? Gears of War, I don't like cover shooters on rails like that. It was way too on rails. I like freedom of motion, and it felt like a platformer to me. I don't like platformers for that. Like, a lot of people are like, if you love Souls-likes, you should play all these 2D platformers. Like, that's not a Souls-like. Souls-like give you freedom of motion in a 2.5D world. You can move around monsters and stuff. You don't just go under and over them. So I don't like those games. I've tried to play them all, you know, but I don't consider those to be good. And Gears of War unfortunately fell into that. It was very on rails. It was very like I think Resident Evil 4 was like that. I didn't like that. Yeah, I don't like games that are on rails. I like to have freedom of exploration and such. More freedom of exploration and movement, especially in boss fights. Like, you're going to make a hard boss fight, let me roll out of the way and go around him and backstab and stuff like that. So, Fable promised so much and just couldn't deliver. So I didn't know anything about it, I don't think, but I was looking for games that were like, you know, Dragon's Dogma, the original one, you know, those types of games. And Fable was touted as being something like that, and it definitely fell short of that. So, you saw a report a couple weeks back about the popular games of 2023. Turns out something like 70% of video game players are playing games from at least 7 years ago, usually 10 plus. Yeah. 2023 was the year of Noita for me,
Yes, it was.
and I beat that bitch.
Jeez.
Chuck, I love that idea. Just throwing that out there.
Monument Hobbies Discord needs a looking for game channel for online video gaming. That'd be cool.
That
Yeah.
would be cool.
I would totally watch people
That'd be
if
cool.
they streamed. Jay, did you find another model that you want?
I think so.
Best games ever are Spider-Man games, and it's been that way since PS2. You know, I had one of the early ones, and I didn't like it because one of the early Spider-Man games, it played okay, but it had really bad environment graphics, right? The backgrounds were horrible. The buildings were really plain. It didn't feel very good. And so I never played another one, although I heard the new ones are really good. You played one of the Fable games and found it great, Source? Yeah, I don't know. I think there were multiple ones. I don't remember which one I played. It just had one of those, you know, like your choices made you feel like a bad person for being good. I typically choose the good choices, right? Like in Lies of P that I'm playing right now, your Pinocchio well, you're legally distinct,
Pinocchio.
non-infringing Pinocchio.
Yes.
Right.
And so as you're playing, you're if you do these little side quests, you're faced with these things that have you tell the truth or lie. And it's funny because, you know, if you think about the binary idea of truth and lies, most of us would say, well, it's always better to tell the truth. But the way Liza P presents it is that the lie is done in a compassionate manner in each and every single case I've run into so far. Like this woman's dying, wants to find her long lost child, and you find the child or whatever, and you deliver news back, and it was like a brutal death, and you say, oh no, she passed very quietly in the night. Because you don't want to make this poor brooding old woman feel bad, right?
Yeah.
So you tell the lie.
Tell the lie.
That is compassionate. You tell the compassionate lie. So the whole story is choosing between compassionate lies or brutal truth. And the brutal truth is, no, she got, curb stomped.
Jeez. What is this game
Get
called?
good scrub. Liza P.
Huh.
And the more you tell the lies, the more human you become. Which is a statement in and of itself.
Yeah.
But done in a weird way, right? Because it's not like you're telling brutal lies. You're being compassionate as you tell lies, which makes you more human, which is kind of cool because it makes you feel like the human condition is more built around your compassion for others, not the binary choice of truth or lie.
Right.
So it's interesting. It's an interesting storyline. I'm pleasantly surprised with it because it is more of an indie developer game, and it blows away nearly every other game I played. And I think that it's probably the best non-Souls game.
That sounds like something I would like.
It's an amazing game. It's very hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard. The fights are pretty brutal. So it's got really good boss, which is what I love about it. So really good boss fights, some really hard mini bosses, some really hard just dudes that you got to fight. It's like random, elite character around a corner that whoops your ass 6 times before you beat them. It's a good game.
That's also just Souls too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's what I love about it is that it causes you to learn the level. It's not just run through, fight the boss, which you can do, but Donkey Kong Country is the best game ever. Donkey Kong Country. What is this? A museum for ants? Scroll back up. Couldn't describe a single character. I'm quite confident I beat the first Fable, and I can't remember a single thing about the story. Couldn't describe a single character. I can't really tell you much about it either because I was so disappointed in whichever one I played. So usually if I can't remember anything about it, I write it off as having been not great. Right? When you Chuck said, each time he picks on me, I add a model.
I know.
I like this plan, Jade.
It's a good plan.
Just got the flame on set.
Nice.
Any tips you might have for the first time non-metallic metal gold painter? Like any non-metallic metal, the toughest thing is always to know that, like, when you look at flame on set, there's a very easy progression from dark to light. So you could find yourself blending like a normal color because that same set could be used for some amazing leather, amazing skin tones, all sorts of other things. But what you have to remember with non-metallic metal is going from dark to mid-tone and then skipping blends that go from mid-tone to bright and just go bright color, right? And then the mid-tone bright colors are really meant to be introduced into the darker shades as secondary reflections and stuff. So forget about calling it gold. It's just that reflective surface / non-metallic metal painting that we do, get something and study it and look at how the brightest colors and the darkest colors sit very close to one another without these big blended areas in between them. That's the key. That's the key for all reflective painting. Your brightest colors need to, in some cases, be as close to your darkest colors as humanly possible, and that's what makes it so hard for people to understand. Can you show some of your non-metallic metal work, Jordan?
Yeah.
Can you grab something like the Reach or something like that?
Kinds.
Or whatever you feel good about right now?
Reach is in my office, so I'd have to go grab it.
Anything else?
Dr. Rhino, thank you for the raid.
Dr. Rhino. I heard that guy's horny. See what I did there? See what I did? That was a dad joke. Is that good? Did I do good? Shelby, did I do good?
No.
Rhinos have horns, right? He's horny. See what I said?
Yeah.
Do I need to explain it further, Jordan?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens is that you have rhinoceroses. and this guy happens to be a PhD in rhinoceri, and rhinoceri have horns, and therefore they are horny. And so I said, the doctor, PhD rhinoceri, is also horny. Does it make sense now, Jordan?
Sound logic to me.
See, very sound logic. Hence, dad joke.
Hence, dad joke.
You're in pain from losing all your Doc Rhino channel points from a misunderstanding. By misunderstanding, in quotes, misunderstanding. That was a great dad joke. This dad approves. I'm not even a dad. I have my dad joke card. Knows what's going on, Super Bleeder. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Use code Rhino when you order your Adepticon set. Do I get a Rhino with your paint? Yes. And if one doesn't come, it's because Dr. Rhino hates you. Gamed Ile. I think Jason has a bad case of adult onset euphemism.
All jokes
I
are
agree.
better when you explain them.
I agree. All jokes are better when you explain them. Okay, let me explain this joke.
So here's a couple of good examples of non-metallic metal
Knock, knock.
you can use. This one's not.
Oh, yeah, Thanos that you're working on is a great example. Too
Bye,
much video game
Chuck.
time. I'm going to play some Fallout.
Fun.
Chuck, take it easy. Chuck, you're very easily led. It's like, oh my gosh, they talked about food. I have to go eat. They're talking about video games. I have to go play Fallout. Chuck, paint your minis. Paint your minis.
The cool thing about this is you can actually see it in multiple stages of build-up, right? So you can see like the first couple of stages here, or the first couple of stages here on the inside. And then as I turn it to the outside, you can see a few more stages where it starts to kind of rough out those highlights. And then you start getting down here, like over here, where you start seeing the brightness kind of come in.
But this is a good thing. Keep it right there. Or back to where you can turn it and show me brightness. Up on the shoulders is the best place. Yeah. So if you look at the front of the shoulders, like the front of the chest, notice how he has his darkest, like burnt sienna, orange oxide colors there. Then he moves into those yellows, and Thanos dies. and then the yellows start coming in. The yellows set up those mid-tone bright colors. But notice how there's no other blending from that brightest yellow you see on the front to then turn the shoulder. Then he just goes to his brightest color, like a near white, like a like a bright pale yellow kind of a color. Right?
Shiny.
And that sits right in those midtones, and that's what gives it the shine that brings about the reflective surface, like hard metal feel. If he had gone and blended from those yellows on the shoulder into that brightest color, you would lose this. It would not look shiny. It would look like painted yellow. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest thing, and that stands true of all non-metallic metal. This front side of this model is fantastic because it shows you everything you need to do blending from dark to mid-tones. And then once you get to the point where you're there, whether it's silvers or whatever, then you drop that bright near white color over that in those very thin, shiny, reflective areas and along edges. That's how you get non-metallic metal. How does one do a yellow metallic armor without it looking gold? Can you show them my Imperial Fist?
I think I would not use brown.
You can still use the oranges and such.
It's not as much.
Yeah.
Things tend to be a lot more saturated when you're painting.
You have a lot less of the dark reflections, and most of it exists in kind of a mid-tone. Oh, it might be in that foam tray. There's like a foam tray that to your right. Not that one. There should be a foam tray down on one of the shelves that might be the stuff that went to WonderCon with us.
I see it. I seen it. Aha!
Ustrello, the quick add is amazing. Yeah. It's only sad it only took us 8 years to do that.
Bang.
Bam. So yellow metallic armor without it looking gold requires you to spend a lot more of your time in the yellows themselves, less on the reflections. The shin plates on this really show off the more metallic features of it, right? Without trying to make it look like gold metallic.
Gabriel said that's 100% Jason telling Jordan to threaten someone. Show them my Imperial Fist.
Oh, wow, that does sound really... Jordan, use the fist.
I think the thing about showing something that's super high gloss like yellow armor instead of metallic is it doesn't reflect the same way. Like,
Well, it will. It just needs to stay more in the tones of yellows. Whereas with
Yes.
gold, like, okay, so here's a good example. You could take exactly what I've done on this Imperial Fist and paint non-metallic gold with that exact same color workup, and it would read as gold. It would just be kind of like fake 24 karat plated gold because it's too yellow, right? A lot of times in the golds that we do, we're using a little bit more browns. We're using a little bit more faded and desaturated yellows because gold in and of itself is not yellow. It is a yellow metal. But here we're using real yellows, yellow transparent, all that stuff. But the same fundamentals apply. You have to go with whatever darker color you've used into your midtones and then drop brightness on it. Someone asked Nodens, I think, is this how you do any non-metallic? The answer is yes. The same thing applies for the silver, for the golds, for anything. That's why we tend to call it reflective surface painting, not just non-metallic metal. Because if we get strung up on the term non-metallic metal, which we use in miniatures a lot, it makes us think that that's the only thing you paint that way, and that's not the case. You paint everything that way. If it's meant to be reflective, whether it's glass, shiny plastic, satin, cloth, metal, whatever it is, if it has a high reflectivity to it, that's what you have to do. Now, you may not do as abrupt changes into the darkness. Like here, you don't see as deep of reflections as you do when I'm doing non-metallic metal. Like I'll almost go to, I don't want to say black, right? But you get what I'm saying, Jordan, right? If you go to like to almost a black reflection on non-metallic metal because it's going to be more mirrored almost. Have you checked out No Rest for the Wicked? I have it. Yeah, it's very, very good. I was telling Jordan about it. Did you check it out?
Oh no, I did not get a chance
It's
to
very
check it
good.
out. I basically went home and passed out last night.
It's very good.
What is
I was
it?
very tired.
It's called No Rest for the Wicked. It is an ARPG that has combat that is built around kind of a Souls-like dodge, roll, parry, block, and does not do what ARPGs typically do, which is throw a million different creatures at you at once and rely on your abilities to be such that they blow up entire screens worth of stuff. It is one or two combatants or a big boss that you have to fight. But other than that, it's like an ARPG. It's a looter, go around, beat stuff up, grab loot, change your gear, build your character, find skills you like, all that kind of stuff. It's really good. It had a little bit of a shaky release that I did not experience. I got it day one, did not experience any problems, did not think there was anything bad with it. But by day two, they'd already done a patch that resolved the problems a lot of people were thinking of. A lot of people were complaining it was too hard because I think it appealed to the standard ARPG set and not the Souls set of people.
Okay.
And it has the intensity and difficulty of a Souls game in the wrapper of an ARPG.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like, when you start Path of Exile or you start Diablo, there's a lot of smooth transition before it gets to the point where it's so hard you start banging controllers around.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, Path of Exile's first story was pretty easy up to, like, a particular act. It started getting really tough with the bosses and stuff.
They have made it a lot more punishing early.
Yeah.
But I think it's punishing for people who take it at normal speed. So, like, the cadence with which somebody who, like myself, who has played the game a lot, like, I go through the game at a certain pace where I kill a whole bunch of monsters at once instead of being like, oh, hey, look, a monster's attacking me, I'm gonna kill it. And then you walk over to the next one and you're like, oh, I'm gonna
If
kill
you try
it.
to speed through the early stuff, you'll die.
Correct.
Because you do not have the gear to kill that many monsters at once.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's the big difference here, though, is that it's not a continual gear check. It's a mechanics check the whole game because of the roll, dodge, only fighting one dude. But that one dude has a big, long-reach, two-handed axe, and you've got daggers. you know? So it's very Souls-like in that regard. So I think a lot of people were griping. And they detuned some of the monsters, which I don't know. I didn't care. I thought it was really fun. So it made the early stages of it a little bit easier. And made the first boss a lot easier, which kind of sucks. But, yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out. It sounds like something that I would be very interested in. So
You just recently took the plunge into 40K World and started a Dark Angels army and would love to try doing their armor as a green non-metallic metal. Yeah, Nodens, that'd be a great idea. Again, it's just literally being able to grasp your head around painting shiny objects, right?
it's almost like we have something that's kind of like that.
Being able to just take that mid-tone and then give it a bright highlight. And that's all like wish.com. That's super fast.
Mhm.
Like all of these were done super quick.
Well, and this is the cool thing about reflective surface painting, right? Is once you understand the concepts of like where the color jumps need to be and where the darkness needs to be, you can achieve something that looks correct very, very quickly. Because it doesn't necessarily require any sort of mixing or blending. It's just cool brightness here, darkness here, something in between here with the right amount of value and brightness and color, and then all of a sudden it looks metallic, even if it's not super blended. So the time with getting non-metallic metal to look really good is when you start spending a lot of time getting it to look really smooth.
Yeah.
That's the part. Like Magic from Flame on Miniatures, that's what takes him so long, is the process of getting the rough starting point of the metallic reflections,
Yeah.
which you can establish fairly quickly, getting those to be really, really smooth, that's what takes time.
Gamadile, I am not repeating that. Not repeating that.
Jason, do you have any fun weekend plans?
To not do anything.
Sounds like a fun weekend.
I've been working my weekends for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I still have not had. Well, I've had one complete weekend since con season
Mm-hmm.
where I wasn't sick,
Right.
where I haven't had to come in and work. So I'm really looking forward. Jen's coming in tomorrow though, so I might be up here anyway.
Mm.
Heard something about people painting?
JG, I'm not repeating that either. You're both fired.
Did I hear something about people painting this weekend? Or was I mistaken?
You were mistaken. That's not even a thing anybody said.
Wow.
You want to come paint this weekend? Is that what you're telling me?
No. Maybe.
Don't lie to me, Jordan.
What do you mean?
I have a lot of models I have to put together.
I would like to stay after today to do some
Well, it is Friday night game night. I don't know if anybody's staying. Everybody's blasted, but I would assume Ruben and some people are staying, so quite possibly.
Are you sticking around?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Hmm.
I feel like I could.
Okay.
If there was enough going on. We played Magic last weekend. It was fun. We did a draft.
How did the draft go?
I won my one game, but we gave it to Brennan because Brennan played two people in one. I didn't feel like playing my deck again.
Oh.
I drafted blue-black, and while it was good, I didn't think it was going to be able to handle Brennan's deck. Weekend stream. Assemble on stream. Just Shelby solo putting
Just
models
me
together.
Quietly putting models together. You hear the scraping
not
of
sure-
the mold line.
I'm not sure Shelby does anything that quietly.
Jordan is painting a
That's
really
fine.
nice dog on that banner. Says Ghost Hunter.
Not for me. Not my problem.
It's a big dog.
That's really funny.
Looks like a horse.
I hope it looks
that
like a
was
horse.
brutal,
'Cause
though.
that's what it is.
It does look like a horse, but that was funny.
Sappo wants a weekend stream. Oh boy. You
We've
people.
given that to you recently.
You people. You know what I have to do and what might actually be fun to come in and do if Jen's going to be up here working
What's that?
is to start my Golden Demon entry.
Oh, what is it?
Oh,
I have to start building my Night Castigator.
I have to build mine. I have to build my model.
But my Night Castigator is going to be completely converted
I'll just throw back my
in its
legs and
posing.
pollute my britches
So I
with
need
delight.
to get started on all that.
If you want to do that, I'm down to hang out and paint a little bit tomorrow.
Let me think.
Because I'm either going to be painting at home on that commission that I have,
Oh yeah.
or I can come in and do it, which would also be fun. That way, at least I could hang out and chat with people, which sounds good.
Depending on what time you do it, I would be interested.
We could listen to Darude Sandstorm the entire weekend and just dance.
Source said that the model's from the Horse Heresy.
The Horse Heresy, yes. A
I'm
model
actually
from
not
the
painting Horse Heresy models for that.
I have a
commission.
model
It's
for the
still
Horse
funny.
Heresy. My Golden Demon entry is going to include a Night Castigator and a bunch of the Imperial Guard, the Death Corps of Krieg.
Well, that's cool.
That's gonna be my entry. There you go. So yes, it'll be Saturday assembly stream as I build them and clean a model, and do it in pieces because I got to figure out how to pose it correctly. Which is going to be me converting a Knight model basically because the leg actuators don't come in a length or a ability to repose the legs easily. So, Baka, you wish work was over so you could hoof it to the painting desk? You go tell him work is over, Baka. You tell him I said work is over.
Yeah.
For a hot minute there, I thought Jason's camera had frozen again, but he's just not moving all that much. No. There's no good dance music on. Ghost Hunter, your Golden Demon entry is going to be the crab from Underworlds. That's actually a cool model. Sapo, yes, I'm going to have some Imperial Guard charging out of a trench with a Night Castigator. Do they make any Deathcore models mounted?
Yes.
They do.
Yeah.
So I might need to take a trip to someplace that has that. Do you think Old World would have that?
No, that's a Forge World item.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
You
cry
could-
now.
You could potentially. I'd have to look at the models because there are mounted guard, but they're not guard. They're like here. Oh, you can't see this side.
I'll look after stream.
Yeah.
You can even find a commissar on horse occasionally.
But yeah, they definitely make mounted Krieg, but they are Forge World models.
Okay. You can find a commissar for Death Quarter of Krieg. That would be great. Is that a real thing? That's what I need. Is like a commissar or a leader mounted, and then everybody else on foot. The Last Charge is the title of my games day, or my Golden Demon entry. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing this last one for you, chat. I'm entering one last competition before I leave this rock, and it's going to be the good guys going to their death. It was real, but it was an old event model. Oh, so it's probably not worth having. It's probably not the right scale to go with the new Deathcore of Krieg. The ones that came in Kill Team are the ones I'm going to be using.
I wonder if they.
Because I have them. They're free.
Well.
Well.
I mean, free if we think we already spent the money like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There are ways to get similar models that some might consider unnatural that looks like Krieg on horseback that don't cost an arm and a leg. Yes, but if you're going to enter it in Golden Demon, they'll know.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I'm with you on that. I've seen some great STLs for Imperial Guard on Cavalry. Unfortunately,
Actually-
not allowable.
You can.
No.
If it's completely custom made, they will let you do it.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case.
I would have to double check the specific rules on it, but they had like there was the Perturabo that got entered that did not get disqualified, and that was completely custom.
But it was in open.
No.
What?
Yeah. It was in Horse Heresy.
What?
Yeah, it won silver in Horse Heresy.
There was not a single GW part on that?
There might have been some GW parts potentially, but it was mostly completely
Wow.
custom. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that Perturabo is 100%.
Use the models and do some conversion out of Kill Team pieces. If I could find a good mounted scale size, like one of the Age of Sigmar, Cities of Sigmar mounted guys could become what I need. Is there a charging one?
Well, there's the new, what's it called? It's the centerpiece model for. Oh, actually, you know what would make for a sick. It wouldn't be like charging though.
I need charging.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
I need like a leaping horse.
Yeah.
Front legs off the ground is
Yeah.
what I need.
Yeah. Yeah, because they have the cool like stepping down horse for the Cavalier Marshal. For
I've
Age of
seen this
Sigmar,
one. Yeah, he's
which
like,
looks
like
really
a little
cool.
mound. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got all the bags on the back, which would really work for for like a Kriegs.
I need
Kriegsman?
charging though.
But you need charging.
The whole thing is the last charge is my thing I'm going for. Lord Solar Leontis.
Yeah. Lord Solar. I don't know what the situation of that horse is, but that one might be good for like somebody like leading the charge, where he's like posing with the horse and he's like, "Forward, guys!"
Yeah, the Adelon Rough
like
Riders, they have some models for that are new.
That's exactly what it sounds
I could sculpt and make one of them into a Deathcore if the model was in the right position.
Yeah, the Rough Riders are what I was thinking of. I just don't know how much other stuff they have on the horses that would not make sense for a Kriegsman.
Yeah, T. Schmidt, that's what I thought. That you could do if it was all sculpted by the entrant. I don't know how you prove that.
That's possible.
The Lord Solar horse is robot horse. I don't care about that. You know, I thought about even taking some of the AdMech horsies with the AdMech guys on them, but they wear those long robes, which is not the same as the overcoats for. So it might be hard.
Forward, guys. Forward, guys.
Now that's a leader I want to follow.
Forward, guys.
Come on, guys. Let's go fight them.
Let's go. We've got this.
Complete with a
Source
voice
does for
crack.
Vanguard are amazing, but that would be a little overboard to try to turn into Deathcore of Krieg. They have too many fiddly bits on them. Amazing models, though.
Fiddly bits.
Oh, the Chaos Baron
The
Guard?
Chaos ones have got some great posing.
Yeah,
Some of
those
the best
horses.
models GW's ever made.
I agree. Those horses are nuts.
Amazing. Amazing. Ta-da.
Ta-da. All right. I don't know what color I'm
I'll
gonna use
find
for this
something,
gold.
chat. Or they'll just all be on foot. I do like the idea of a horse, though.
Horse would be cool.
I'm painting a horse right now. Do.
The more I think about my Golden Demon entry, the more I feel like it's too ambitious to do a diorama.
Lies!
They've got... Is Dark Oath... What's the video game called? Is that Dark Oath? The 40K Undercity shoot 'em up?
I have no idea. Oh, no, you're thinking of Darktide.
Darktide. They're making a tabletop game of Darktide.
Oh, are
And
they?
in it are some really, really good Chaos Imperial Guard.
Really?
Chaos Guard, yeah. Really neat models.
Where did they show that off? Is it on...
I don't know. Somewhere on my feed
Oh.
recently.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that sounds cool.
Darktide, right.
Let's see how bad this looks as I start to do this.
No.
Scrain, you're planning your Golden Demon entry and going silly amounts of ambitious with it. Best way to do it. Yeah, Dark Oath is a new Marauders. Correct.
Oh, you're doing all of the little lines, huh?
What about a busted Lehman Russ tank with a meme tank commander? No.
Cave toy.
I already have a knight in it, so no more armor. No more big stompy armor. What's the matter, Chris? You know, I said sign was lower.
For reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Christine. Oh, no.
You did that one to yourself.
Gamma Delay says, do the diorama, Shelby. I'll always say it, do the diorama. Forward, guys.
Forward, guys.
That should be the title on mine. Forward, guys.
Forward, guys.
Or, let's go, guys. I'm going to get you.
Songer, this is all freehand that he's doing
He's lying.
because he's crazy. And
I'm insane.
That was sculpted on there.
yeah. So.
Source, the Dark Oath has Marauders on horseback, and they're actually charging. Yeah, so maybe I could use the horse and the torso of a Deathcore from the Kill Team box, and just have to sculpt like a lower torso, put the combat coat on one of the Marauder guys. That might be able to be done, depending on scale. I'll look around after stream and see if I can't find something, but I'm not going to have that for the weekend, I know. But I could start building the Titan. That's the biggest part of it. The nice thing, the kill team deathcore are already in the right poses. Half of them. I think there's 10 of them. 8 or 10 of them. And they're all in good poses with a good like forward motion to them. One guy I think has like his sword out, like, you know, pointing the way. And then there's some guys charging with rifles. One with a shovel.
Came till I said, feel the wrath of
I'm
my
sorry,
good
Knight.
friends
Did I
and
say
pen
Titan?
pals.
Knight. It's a Knight Castigator, so it's one of the bigger ones. One of the Horus Heresy Knights.
Are you using the old resin kit that you have?
No, I got a new plastic one.
You got the new plastic one?
The resin ones don't pose right. It would be an absolute
that's why I was
nightmare to
like-
pose the way I want it to.
Because I know you have an old resin one,
Yeah,
which is why I asked. But
yeah. Believe it or not, that old resin one was missing one of the chest plates, and Forge World never sent it to me, and so now I have one that doesn't have the right breastplate.
Oh, weird.
So what I need to do is with this new one that I have, the plastic one, take the right breastplate and make like a green stuff mold out of it, so that I'll have the breastplate for the other one.
For the
too.
other one? Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's what I need to do. You wonder if anyone has ever entered a Titan into games? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Any Golden Demon? Yep, there were a bunch. Reaver, I think, was the biggest one. I don't think there were any warlords. But
Are
there were
those,
a couple of Reavers in the case this last year. A bunch of Warhounds.
Which ones are those the big, like...
The big stompy robots.
Okay, yeah.
The ones that are like 18 inches tall.
Gotcha.
Not quite, but they're big.
They are ridiculous.
Yeah, what is it called? The Knight
The Castus?
Acastus Porphyrion
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Acastus, whatever it is.
Something.
Those two big ones. There were some of those there too.
Those are really cool. I really like the way those look.
Yeah,
They're very.
but I mean they cost as much as a Warhound, so just buy the Warhound.
Yes. Correct.
Zazen,
I mean, I have a full 3D printed Warhound,
I-
by the way.
I-
So
Is-
we could just do a Warhound.
Is Noosh back in stock, or did it go out of stock again?
It's back in stock.
Okay. So yeah, Zazen, it's back in stock.
I mean, it could all be gone.
That's true.
Yeah, it's like I haven't looked in a while.
Somebody would have to check stock. I don't have
Yeah.
the ability to do that right this minute, but
I don't either.
we put it back in stock in a large way yesterday. So, Zazen, if you haven't checked since yesterday, check now. It should be in stock. Yeah, if you can add it to Kartsonger, then it's still there. The more Jason says names of Warhammer 40k models, the more I'm starting to think these are all made up. Yes,
Well, they
definitely
are
all made up.
all
All words,
made up.
all words are technically made up. Gamma delay.
Mm.
None of these came with the package. We climbed out of the mush saying, ouch. And that was the only word. And then language developed out of that. Ghost Hunter's got it. All words are made up. It's all made up BS. Last year, someone entered a diorama with the big Space Marine plane, the Stormbird or Stormbird.
Yeah, Stormbird. Yeah.
Thunderhawk, plus 3 other aircraft, huge display.
Is
Stormbird is the big one. Thunderhawk is still pretty big.
Is
But
that
the
the one
Stormbird
that
is
was,
a really big one.
Is that the one that was at LVO?
I
Or
don't
is
know.
that different, Jordan?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, cool.
Of the 18 new paints, is there one that sold more than the rest as a single bottle, Nick Pie? This morning when I was looking, Louise sold the most sets by like 100. Adepticon and Flamon were tied, and singles staged pretty equally to that. And I wasn't looking at any single color. They all within a set of colors sold pretty well. Red Oxide being a standout in the Adepticon set sold more than the rest of the Adepticon set, but I didn't match that against all the rest. It was pretty surprising because if I look at the individual bottle sales per set, it was people like buying all of them. They were in very similar amounts. So, thousands.
Argonaut,
Of
we are
bottles of
doing
paint.
great. Painting is going well.
And then he said, "Let there be ouch."
Is that a husky on the banner, Baby J, or a Samoyed?
God dang it! It's a horse.
Dang, man.
It's a horse.
It's like one of those Shetland ponies.
Damn it! Delete. you're fired. Gamadilly, you're fired.
Did you just call him Gamadilly?
Yeah, Gamadilly.
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 All right.
What mini
I
are
like
you painting?
this. I approve.
Jordan.
Huh?
Your new
What
name
mini
is just
this?
Dilly.
This is a miniature called
Miniature.
Gamling.
It's from Lord of the Rings.
Farmham.
Wait, I've seen this hieroglyphic on a pyramid.
Correct.
Relapse, thank you.
Everyone.
I have
Thank
cursed
you.
this model
Hey,
to
we
roll
played
terribly.
the game. We played the game today with Scott before he left. Miniac. If you were here yesterday, Miniac joined us on stream. He's been here for the last couple days, touring the facility and taking some video. He's doing an expose on Monument Hobbies, and so he came wanting to do that, and we just kind of gave him free reign. So I'm excited to see what he comes up with. Hopefully, it's not too much of a hit piece. We did let him talk to Jordan by himself, so it could all go sideways. Who knows?
It's true.
And Gabe. He talked to Gabe by himself. He pretty much talked to everybody. He talked to Shelby's mother
Yeah.
by themselves and
Yeah.
has her on film. So this could go completely
Yeah.
tits up. I don't know.
It could.
Um,
Who knows what that woman said?
I don't know. He's going to let me see it before he releases it. So maybe I still have the right of first refusal on this one. But but he was on stream and then he played Age of Angora with us today. And he really liked it.
Game of
Chris got a very positive testimonial out of him after he played the game. I whooped his butt. I
Mom's
whooped
gonna be famous.
Scott's
Yep.
Yeah, your mom,
behind.
famous.
Shannon's gonna be famous.
Way more famous
Ghost
than all
Hunter
of
says
us.
Shannon is the best. We're gonna have to tone this down because if Shannon becomes like an internet celebrity, we're in trouble.
It's true.
She's like the...
We'll have to pay her a
She
lot
will be
more.
the least customer-facing celebrity that we have.
She don't want to talk to customers.
No.
Yeah.
She don't want to be in the limelight. We're gonna
Well-
show her, we're not gonna tell her, and then we're just gonna drop the link to the YouTube video because as Gabe said, she has no idea what's going on YouTube.
No. It's so funny too because she does not like being like the center of attention, but she is so good on camera.
She's also good at, like, gathering people's attention.
Yeah. It's a weird thing.
Your mother's a goofball.
Source does. Any
I
tips on
love it.
painting on a non-flat surface like that for freehanding a
God.
picture like that and
Pray.
not having it look warped and crooked? Is that what you're asking?
Pray. Also, in real answer, for me, in my experience, kind of do the best that you can. Focus on making sure that it looks relatively good from the viewing angle that you're looking at. Don't worry that, like, it's perfectly adjusted for the actual, like, folding of the because it's going to make you go insane.
Yeah.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Doing test runs definitely works better because the back side was the first one I did. It does not look as good as the front.
But it's the back, so.
Exactly why I did that one first. The other tricky thing is I'm looking at an image where it's actually reversed from this.
Oh.
So the image that I'm looking at, the head is on the other side. So I'm like trying to flip it in my brain while I'm trying to
Is
like
this one better?
copy it.
Panic Bomb says that zebra's coming along really nice, Jordan.
Oh no, it's the same.
Yeah.
Brittle.
I'm going to counter with the fact that in order to make it look right, you really do need to pay attention to the folds and how the image would go into the folds. And that's a tougher thing to do by far. But that's the way that it will make it feel right. I see some of the best painters in the world paint emblems on cloaks, where if that cloak were to be laid out flat, that emblem would look horrible. Because they paint it so that when you're looking at the model and the cloak has all these folds, like Horus's cloak, and you see people paint on it, and when you look at it, it looks like a perfectly symmetrical image, but there's all these ripples in the cloak that would make that symmetry blow up. And to me, that's completely disturbing. But that's a personal preference.
Wow,
You
completely
know.
disturbing.
I think it's
Strong
good
words.
to just get some time practicing it.
We did a really good workup on a banner years ago that was from a custom, it was a Raging Heroes mini, I think. And it was meant to be, we painted it up as a Dark Angels banner. And we had a Dark Angels logo on it, but the banner was crazy and the motion it had and the ripples and everything. And so you really can't tell where the skull face and how the sword is because it's all bent and rippled. But when you start looking, that's the aha moment. It's like, oh, holy hell. To be honest with you, that's what won me my Forge World Best of Show with my Dreadnought Titan. The Forge World judges told me that they gave me Best of Show because of my hand-painted banner of the Imperial Fist logo on this banner that was really wavy and with tons of motion, because I painted the fist to where when you looked at it, you couldn't tell what it was, but as you looked into the recesses of the banner, the fist looked exactly the way it would with that banner rippled. Now, that's me with my need for realism, but it doesn't look like what you expect it to when you just stare at the side of the banner. Argonaut. Me personally, I came from scale model. Well, I mean, I painted minis, but I had always done scale modeling first. 1/35th scale World War II was my jam. The guy you rated after the stream was using and talking about a cat's tongue brush. Ever used them, and if so, thoughts? Yeah, I mean, okay, so the way that I teach people to use a round brush utilizes that same benefit, right? If you watch the little blurb video that we did, that we pulled out of the stream is it called Chasing the Point?
Yeah.
It's called Chasing the Point on our YouTube video. It shows how to use a round brush, and that as you start applying pressure, the point starts to spread and becomes more of a cat tongue style shape. And you can paint with that for thicker lining and stuff for sure.
Shelby, you want to switch it over to the other one?
Yeah.
Now that I'm done with this silly banner.
Which part do you want?
Click on the image to the left.
Dilly says that's a tan horse with white patches, not a white horse with tan stripes. We know this about zebras.
Correct.
His new name is Dilly now.
Dilly? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dilly
says, way to go, Jason. Show him your Imperial Fist.
Game of Dilly.
Forward, guys.
Forward, guys. Let's go, guys. Get them. Get them, boys.
Hey!
Hey.
Go get them, guys!
Let's go get them, guys.
That's my favorite.
Hey! Don't forget about me!
You'd kill your opponent with laughter.
Oh, I can get them good with the laugh.
I just imagine like a voice crack too. Like,
Hey guys.
Hey, guys!
Whippersnappers.
My name's Paulson!
I'm a banana.
I'm a banana!
I've not done a word that means trying your new sword on a random passerby. What the heck are you talking about? You've not done any 1/35th in ages, only ever did 2 in that scale. You're more of a 1/350th person. Argonaut, so ships? 1/350th tells me like aircraft carriers and ships, right? Subs, things like that. Hopefully not humans. Because humans at 1/350th, I mean,
It works, but it doesn't.
they're like dots. You haven't done this, but an idea is to print the image in reverse, transfer it to Silly Putty, fold the Silly Putty to match the banner, and use that as a reference. You definitely could. You definitely could. Or, I mean, you could literally just crease the paper and get yourself there, right? I've done that before.
There's a
Draw
lot of,
it out on a flat piece of paper and then wrinkle the paper and Mod Podge it to hold the position. Same thing.
Yeah. The best way to do it is to like do that. Print out an image, fold it in the way that you expect it to be folded, so that you can get an idea of how the shapes lay against the banner, and then I would test out like trying to. Hopefully the banner is bigger than this and is not quite as scrunched. This banner's got a lot of motion to it.
a lot of folds.
But it does have a lot of exposed spots that keep the image looking good.
Yeah.
Argonaut says I have 144 humans and 1/350. Are they like deckhands on an aircraft carrier? That's crazy. That's like teeny weeny dudes.
Sounds like a nightmare to paint.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really paint them.
Mm.
You put dots of paint on them.
It's like one paint stripe on the front, one on the back, and then like a dot of flesh wherever the exposed skin is. You know, at 1/350th, there ain't a lot to paint. I do not really do any scale modeling. The closest that I've gotten in the recent past is like the 1/48 scale bolt action stuff. It's like 1/52nd or something. I don't know. It's not a real scale. 1/56th. But the bolt action stuff took me back to my roots of weathering and more desaturated real world coloring of stuff on tanks and uniforms. I do have a 1/35th scale diorama that I still have all the bits and bobs for that is meant to be a Tank Girl homage. I had 3 of those. One of them we built using the Maschinen Krieger, the number 44 combat suit with a garage kit resin female model that I painted up. That was just going to be a really cool diorama with Booger, the kangaroo. I actually have a kangaroo, 1/35th scale kangaroo model that was going to be sitting in a hot tub of slime while she was taking her clothes off to dive into the hot tub with him. Very Tank Girl-esque. We need to finish that someday. I have all the stuff for that. But I have a 1/35th scale Calamity. If you know Calamity, I have one of the Briegel. It's called a Briegel, and I have the big Sniper Briegel in 1/35th. It's a very rare model. There was only like 500 of them made, and I have one. But it's like 287 parts. Oh, it makes my brain hurt just thinking about it. So it's in a box. He sent it to me, and I'm a horrible human. I never put it together and painted it on stream, but it's an amazing model. So I need to do that
Tomorrow.
You've made a diorama of a 1/35th scale flanker flying past a tree. Holy crap, dude! It's tiny.
Pictures or it didn't happen.
You've painted one of the 144 dudes.
Only 143 left.
Just teeny weeny dudes, Malev. That's all our life is about. That's what we've been reduced to. What is your life about? Teeny dudes, dude. Teeny dudes.
I've painted a good amount of...
The amount of times that
stuff.
people around here have said, "What do you do for a living?" I paint little men.
I paint little man.
It goes over well at crowds of people that have no idea who you are.
It's true.
Did he just say he paints little men? Yep. That's what I heard, honey. Yes. Can we leave?
The funniest thing for me is like explaining what Warhammer is to people who have no idea what Warhammer is.
Okay, so imagine this. There's a bunch of people who are really unhappy and they fight all the time. It's like, that sounds like home. We have Warhammer 40K at home.
Imagine that, but worse.
I paint war dollies. Yes, I paint battle Barbies.
Battle Barbies.
When we were kids, you used to say, "You boys and your little men." You do body painting on midgets?
No, that's not what we do.
Not
But
quite.
good guess.
Malev's like, "I paint little men and big baby." You stop painting them as I'm out of room to display the battle cruiser I was working on and don't have room to display that as it's 75 centimeters long, around 750 parts. That's the part that made me never do boats. I got to be honest with you. I did the USS Yorktown, World War II Yorktown. And I think it was Yorktown or maybe it was the Hornet. The one that had the bombers on it. Was it the Hornet that did that they launched the bombers off of? I don't remember. But I did whichever one had the bombers on it. And I swear to God, maybe I did both of them. Those models murdered me as a kid. Too many parts. And they're all teeny. And then you go to paint it. It's not fun. I was like, it's a boat.
It's not fun.
It's a boat. And I was really big into dioramas, and there was no way I was doing a diorama of like a carrier at sea. No matter how hard I tried as a kid, using the resin to make water was just not in the cards for me.
Not in the cards. Yeah.
Nowadays I can do it
Really?
in my sleep, but back then it was like, nope. Nope.
It's a really ambitious thing to do.
Wolfen, awesome. Thank you for the support. Louise will love you. We also love you.
There you
Warhammer. Warhammer never changes, except for all the times that it always changes. It changes like every Tuesday, I think. Harris Zelinsky. Hi, guys. Happy Friday. Same to you. Just want to know when you will update the color brochure on your site. Hey,
Very
Gabe.
soon.
Gabe's working on it right now.
I think Gabe's working on it right now. We don't have a time when Gabe will be done, but it is on Gabe's hit list of high priority.
Yes.
He got a little interrupted because we're doing something super secret with Mantic Games, and so he's working on that.
Secret.
Mm-hmm.
We may not be doing something secret with Mantic Games now that I've exposed it before I know if I'm supposed to talk about it. So, Argonaut was a Hornet? I thought it was a Hornet, yeah.
Did you hear what Gabe said?
Mikey Vengeance
No.
says, "How dare you be so truthful?"
Apparently not.
What did he say?
He said since waiting on Jason.
It's waiting on me.
Oh.
Don't blame things on
Jason's
me, Gabe.
fault.
How could it be waiting on me? Do I have my phone? I have my phone.
I did see him message the chat earlier, so it might be something related to that.
I mean, messaging me when I'm out of the building and then saying it's my fault, not gonna fly, buddy.
Argonaut said, I'm currently working on a 1-700 landing ship. The tank is about fingernail size.
So you're crazy.
That sounds like a
That
nightmare.
sounds like a lot of work.
If you can take a screenshot, here's the new color list.
There you go.
Let me make it. Let me make it easier for you.
It's perfect.
There you go. Clip it. Screenshot it. There you go. New color brochure right there.
Boom.
Thanks.
We got you guys.
You
Thanks
can
for playing.
totally see.
You want me to do this? You want me to like zoom in line by line? Would that help? Does that make it easier? For some reason, it doesn't. The image doesn't.
I
flip
think you
when
can
flip
just
my phone.
approve it, and Gabe might be able to post it.
There you go. Jabe, I'm in my messages. Thank you very much. What do you want me to approve, man? Are these our colors? Are the numbers right?
I think he wants you to make sure that you're happy with the placement of the new colors.
It looks fairly
amongst the
straight.
hues.
It doesn't look like.
Not that way.
Oh, like I'm supposed to. I mean, it says literally on the color where they're supposed to go on color family.
Well, then you probably won't like orange brown.
Huh?
Dark orange brown, you probably won't like then.
Dark orange brown?
Yeah.
Survey says.
But I guess in hindsight, I guess it makes sense for it to be in oranges. Right now it's in brown.
Yeah, it should be. It's a brown.
It's
Okay.
just an orange brown.
Yeah, dark green
It's
brown.
not a brown
Drab brown are
orange.
in there.
Okay.
Caramel brown's in there.
Orange brown is in orange. Dark orange brown is in orange. Or in brown.
Oh,
Tomatoes.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I mean, this one is not the one people look at all the time anyway. It's the main paint list that people
Yeah.
are really focused on.
Yeah.
This one's good, but yeah, it's fine.
Cool.
Gabe, print it. Print it, Gabe.
Look at that.
It is
We
no
got
longer-
the approval
It
live.
is no
folks.
longer my problem.
Yeah. No longer anything
This is
Jason
now
has any
Gabe's
involvement in.
problem.
If it's not up, you can expressly
So to
blame
whoever
Gabe.
asked for it, if it's not up in 5 minutes, blame Gabe.
Gabe's
Nothing.
like,
Thank you,
I'm putting this
Source.
up
Got
I
right
thought
now.
that my
nothing to do with
reasoning
me
was very
anymore. I
logical.
have done my part.
Gabe said, see what I have to deal with, chat?
Sounds like a really normal day.
Yeah.
I get a message from, hey, this is Brett from Vehicle Buyers. Are you still interested in selling your car? Reply yes for a free offer or no if you're not interested. Stop to stop.
Stop.
No, how about we go delete and report junk, Brett, you idiot.
Game Delay said, oh dear, I just realized I don't know if it's Wad Tomato N or Wad Tomato N.
No, it's
Wad
wad
potato.
potato end.
Wade, wad, potato. Dilly.
Yeah, Mr. Dilly.
We're just going to make this easy because we're lazy. It's Pot and Dilly.
Pot and Dilly.
Yeah. Pot and Dilly are fighting again, Mom. I'm here for the inner office conflict. Painting is a secondary thing. Just call him Wad. His name is Pot. Or Tom.
Tom Diddley Pot.
Argonaut, we are having an amazing day. I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Somebody brought donuts in. I still don't know who did that.
Philip.
Philip.
Oh, Philip brought donuts
Yeah.
in.
Felipe.
Every time I was saying, like every time I walk by the donut holes, I have one, and
Yep,
it's
I
not
did the same
good.
thing.
Probably,
It's actually delicious.
I've probably had 3 donuts today
Yeah.
just because of the donut holes.
That's my problem is I won't go to that side of the building because every time we do, you got to get a donut hole.
Yeah.
Or 3.
Right.
I only have a
Harzelensky,
grandma.
yeah. Yeah, the brochure should be updated within the next couple of minutes or it's Gabe's fault. Patamaton? Yes, source. Wad Patamaton. Patamaton has a really neat musical feel to it. Psst, cat Patamaton. Boom, cat Patamaton.
It does.
Boots, cats, Patamaton. Boots, cats, Patamaton.
It's
Boots,
too much.
Cats, Patamaton.
This is too much.
Boots, cats, Patamaton. Where's
I like
hey,
it.
Malev. Wake up.
Wake up, Malev.
Malev, I'm gonna beatbox for you. Get him on a Google call. I'm gonna do boots, cats, automaton, boots, cats, automaton, boots, cats, automaton, boots, cats.
Too much.
Boots, cats, automaton, dilly, boots, cats. That's like a weird cadence that I'm not familiar with. It's like a 3/5.
You can't sing on stream.
I sound like Siri beatboxing.
Boots.
That's something I taught my little brother and Big Brothers Big Sisters. He was like, "You did music? How'd you do that?" And I go, "It's very easy. Let me show you how to beatbox." And he goes, "Really?" And I was like, "Yes." I said, "Say boots." And he goes, "Boots." I say, "Cats." And said, "No, do boots, cats," and draw out the S. You know, boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats. You got the hi-hat, the snare, and the bass.
Yeah.
And boots, cats. You got to print money with those dope beats. Hey, dude, ain't nobody got nothing on me.
Jason's the king.
Automaton.
You know, I've threatened for years if we could find a DAT player to bring some of my old beats into the studio and play them for you. I think people would stop harassing me.
Mm.
I made fly music, sir.
You made some fly music. Let it be known that it was fly.
Jason,
Paintbrushes, tools, board games, and records.
can you imagine? What
Oh
instruments?
no, on vinyl, boots, cats.
What instruments do you know how to play, Jason?
What's that?
What instruments do you know how to play?
Now none.
Okay.
Other than the extremely amazing beatbox.
Yeah.
The I mean, I can still play guitar, but I haven't played in such a long time. I'm super rusty. I have like 6 guitars that are supremely out of tune, shoved in a closet.
Nice.
You know, I can play a minuscule amount of drums, some keyboard. You know, I'm a hack, but I can make my way through it. I can play a little bit of bass.
Mm. I made fly music.
Sorry for bringing
sir.
this up again. You may already have seen this,
Prioritize.
but the color brochure is a bit inconsistent between color ordered by set and by hue. And by hue is more accurate, in your opinion. What do you mean it's a bit inconsistent between color ordered by set? Ordered by set can't be inconsistent. That's the way they come.
Yeah.
The sets are not hue oriented, right? So like if you buy our base set, it has all those colors in it. Those are the colors you get when you buy that set. By hue is a way that you can see what colors are in what family that way. So they're totally different views. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. I know enough to make myself dangerous on several instruments, yes.
T-Schmidt
I had
asked,
no idea how to play guitar, and a buddy of mine in California back in like the late 80s said, "Hey, I need you to fly out and play guitar for my band." And I was like, okay. And I bought a ticket, and I went to my buddy Mike's house, and he had a old Takamine guitar that was like this super heavy metal pointy star looking thing, and I took a hacksaw and cut off all the points so it looked like it was horrible. And I tore the nut off and turned it upside down and restrung the guitar because I'm left-handed, and tuned it up and played it. And Mike taught me. My buddy mailed me a cassette tape because this is, of course, before there was anything digital. And he mailed me a cassette tape of the songs, the 8 songs they were going to play live on this tour. And my buddy Mike taught me how to play all 8 songs. And I never really focused. I played guitar, but I didn't know how to play guitar. And so I learned how to play these 8 songs and got on a plane and flew out there and stayed in Big Bear, California for 2 days with the guy that owned the record label and did the band, practicing again and showing him that I could pull off the songs. And the first thing he said, he goes, "We'll just tune you down." He goes, "We'll just turn your air amp down." And they just wanted my energy. And so I got up there and just went berserk on stage with my amplifier turned down to next to enough. Only enough to be like fill sound for Mike's lead guitar. Because whenever Mike would do anything semi-lead, we played hardcore music, so there wasn't a whole lot of lead going on at all. But whenever he was bouncing outside of rhythm to do something a little more distinct, I had just enough volume to make it the rhythm keep going. But you couldn't tell like how out of tune I was because I beat my guitar up and my guitar was a hunk of crap. It was horrible. Horrible, but the most fun I ever had. Jason plays the sweetest and sexiest saxophone you've ever heard. I said we weren't talking about that in public, Nick.
Yikes.
The same color is slightly different in the brochure. That you got to blame Gabe on that one. I don't know. Gabe says that, Gabe, do you have an answer for that? Monsieur Gabe?
Nutrimentia, you're welcome. It was very easy.
Monsieur Gabe, people are saying that the colors are not the same from one part of the image to the next. So if mahogany is in one, it's a different color in the next one that says mahogany, if I'm understanding correctly.
What are you breaking over there, Gabe? Breaking the world. Breaking the world in half.
Yes.
Nutrimentia says, so have things calmed down at HQ now? Not at all.
No.
No. In this side of the house, yes.
Yes.
In that side of the house where fulfillment is, people are doing a really great job because Philip gave him a pep talk yesterday at the end of the day saying, hey, just keep your spirits up. Don't look at the numbers of orders that have to be fulfilled and such. And I told him the same thing this morning when I got in, and everybody's doing a really great job of just paying attention and doing the job. That's good.
Apparently.
So it sounds like, Gabe,
Yeah. that
the color swatches
No,
from one section to the next section are inconsistent.
that's impossible.
I'm going to let you guys duke it out. Right here, live
could
on
it
Don't Eat the
be-
Okay,
Paint.
so hold on.
By the way, this looks bitchin', doesn't it?
It looks very good.
Don't
I'm
eat the
very
paint.
excited. So, that, yes.
You thought you were talking about the model.
I'm talking about the model.
The model
okay,
is Gabe.
So
I mean, if you like dogs on
apparently
banners,
I'm
it's
muted,
fine.
Shelby. You gotta
He's
unmute
not
me.
anymore. I already
not
did it.
unmuted now, okay.
You're not muted.
Okay, so
Christopher.
the swatches that I use are the exact same. So if a color was adjusted on one over the other, they would both be changed because they're the same color. That makes sense. They're all
Are you
linked.
looking at
They're all
them-
linked together. So if I need to change a color slightly because it doesn't look proper, I can make it change in one place and it'll change on all of the documents that we have set up with that color in it. So for both of those to be made at the same time in the same document with the same color link, there's no way they're different. However, if you're looking at the printed version versus the website version, they're going to look super different because you're
Print
looking
versus
at print
website.
versus website, and your monitor is going to have a weird different color. It just everybody's monitors look different unless you're using a color corrected monitor. Which most
Panic
people
bomb. Could
don't.
it be that there's a podcast in our future? We have completely. I mean, it might not look like it to you guys because you haven't. For those of you who haven't actually been in the studio, right? Is that this is a completely new arrangement in the
Yep.
studio? This is a different wall. This is not the normal comfy chair wall.
Yep.
It's a new wall. Well, it's not a new wall. It's an old wall.
Well,
but-
you'll notice that the wall behind here normally is the slick blue window,
oh, that's right. Yeah,
and now it is no longer. It is brick.
Dilly asks, "I wonder what a good podcast title would be."
Maybe paint isn't food or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe
I-
paint isn't food or something like that.
Erzelinsky, it could also just be that maybe the way that they were added in the past, switching over to the new website, it just had. Them
Oh,
a
it may
little
have
funky.
taken a minute to redo it or something.
Yeah,
Are
maybe,
you-
and maybe it just took the image weird and had an overlay over it that we just didn't catch. So it totally could be a website thing, but I just updated the new page, so,
So-
I guess
Could
we
it-
stop
Silly question.
yelling at me,
Are you
please.
are you using two different monitors? Are
Gabe,
you
I'm gonna be
looking
real
at them
honest
on
with
two
you.
different
Jordan,
monitors?
Jordan, we need to handle this. We need to triage this situation that's happening over here with Jabe.
Yep.
Jordan, I'm gonna need you to let Gabe know.
Yeah.
That he's never gonna stop getting yelled at.
Oh yeah, Gabe. That's never gonna stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Could it-
Gabe, I love you enough to tell you that I don't want you to leave this room with false expectations.
Great.
Could it be that the colors look different, like because when they're in the hue groupings, they're next to colors that are in the same
Billy
color
says,
hue
"Show him the
rather than
Imperial
in the
Fist."
sets?
Gross.
Why is this funny? This isn't funny.
Potentially, but it's fixed now, so
It's fine.
we're good.
It's fine. Give him the clamp. What?
I don't want
Ghost
the
Hunter,
clamps.
this is not that kind of show.
I don't want clamps.
Zoink,
I don't even
Scoob.
know what that means.
Yoinks.
But I
Yoinks,
think I know what
Scoob.
that means.
I don't yike it.
Schlebby, context is king.
Thank you. Source is really agreeing with me on a lot of things today.
Also, that color, the color comes out way more on the camera
It's awesome, right?
than it does in person.
Mhm.
No, I mean it looks good in person.
No, it looks great in person too, but it looks like it's like really colored on the camera, but it looks
Yes.
great.
Why is this funny? This isn't funny. Your know how to biography
Gabe.
title.
How do you like the model?
It's got to be like
Nah.
Dilly. Why is this funny? It isn't.
Cool. I'm gonna go take it back and return it.
That looks awesome.
I'm gonna go
Awesome,
back and be
Harry
like,
Levinsky.
hey,
Sorry for the issue.
I decided to paint this model up really nice. I'm really not feeling it anymore. I'd like to return it. You ever think about doing that once?
What?
Just like buying a model, painting it up super nice, and then going back and being like, I'd like to return this.
I'm not feeling it. Would you take this back? And
Yeah.
they'd be like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
But we're going to charge you a restock fee. There's a 50% restock fee on painted models, especially nice ones. Can we
Cool.
make Jason bigger and Jordan smaller? As soon as we lower the sign, we're going to lower the sign 4
Yep.
bricks. And once we lower, or 3 brick rows, and once we lower the sign 3 brick rows, then this will become bigger.
Yep. Cool. Awesome.
Somebody jumped the gun and mounted the sign a little wonky. I'm not going to call names out.
Hi, Christopher.
Awesome, Erzelinski. I'm glad that it is fixed. Yeah, and I'll be on a mission to continue to make those colors more accurate. So stay tuned.
He is. We
To
have
the
some
best
new
of-
color-corrected monitors.
Never-ending mission.
Yeah. Well, Christopher has.
Chris
a new-
is like, oh yeah, that was me. for
Chris
sure.
has a new color corrected monitor.
Yeah, Chris has got all the
Chris
fun
got,
toys.
Chris got the fun toys.
You know,
I don't
out
know
of
how- I
all
don't know
of
how
us
that
who's
happened.
been here the least amount of time,
How did this happen?
the guy with the funnest toys.
He's got the most fun toys.
Jordan?
To be fair, though, he did also bring the most fun toys with him.
That's true.
He didn't get a pass just because he decided to use us as a storehouse for all of his personal stuff. Chris is like, fine, I'll take it home.
Fine, yeah, fine. We'll take it.
He
home.
also needs the most fancy toys.
Yeah. AKA the light we're using for these 2 chairs.
Yeah, I was going to say, I told you to buy one.
I know we need to.
I told you to buy one.
Chad, I want you to take this down in history as one of the first times I've ever told Gabe he has the free reign to go buy stuff, and he isn't literally like on the internet right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this
usually
happened-
He's very good about it.
yesterday.
It's true.
Wow.
Gabe,
Okay,
how
so
do we not have it already?
T-minus how many seconds before Gabe explains to you how busy he was yesterday
See,
and why
chat,
he didn't get it done?
the key is that when he tells me that I can go buy something, I have to make sure that everything that I actually need is all at the same time.
Well, now I didn't say you could buy everything you need.
Well,
Need. It's like all of a sudden we get 80 pounds of gummy bears.
if we're gonna order the light, we might as well also order this.
It is 4 o'clock,
the Mr. Turtle
by the
pool,
way.
8 million pounds of Jello,
Yeah.
Jumpy house.
exactly.
Jumpy house. Jumpy house.
Jumpy
jump house,
Yeah.
ball pit.
Yep.
Welcome to
Yep.
Relapse. To be fair,
So Jason, I bought 2 million balls to fill the studio with.
if you give a mouse a cookie,
Giant ball
bought what?
pit. Giant ball pit. This whole room.
Awesome.
That'd be kind of awesome. What if you came in one day and you opened the door and it was just like ball pit balls just start spilling out of it?
chat.
I feel like he would be like, "What is happening?"
That would be awesome.
And probably be sort
Chat.
of really angry in the moment.
Do,
It'd be really
do you
great.
see what I have to put
I
up
feel
with,
like you
chat?
could
Chat.
easily do it.
I'm gonna start a Kickstarter. A GoFundMe.
Go
Fill the Monument Studio with ball pit balls.
Hey Jen, do we have approval to do this?
only up to the desk though.
No, all the way.
What?
Jen's actually working, Jordan.
Oh yeah, I guess probably to the desk so that you can at least be in it, huh?
Yeah. You could paint in it. Paint in the ball pit.
Yeah. Be kind of fun.
Hey, where's Megalodon Jaws?
I don't know.
Where's Lumberjack Tim?
I don't know. I should message
No say.
Megalodon. See where
Source
he's at.
does says it's 4 o'clock. By the way, you're just done with us. Is that it, Source? You're just like, hey, it's time for you guys to go.
Hey, please get off.
That's
please
what
get
Source
off.
just said.
So it's like, please get off so I can go back.
Source
to
is
my
like,
life.
it's 4 o'clock. By the way, can we have links, please?
It's a very real thing though. The FOMO, the fear of missing out.
It
Like,
is.
hey, I gotta go, but I can't miss this.
Ah.
So please stop. Please turn it off.
Tim popped up
Yeah,
in Discord
see?
again with his
See?
grill. Oh,
It's
nice.
1 a.m., but Can't leave.
Can't leave.
Can't leave.
Because stream isn't over.
Awkwardest.
Stream's
See what I have to put up with. See what I think I have to. First thing
going.
Jordan does is drop part of the airbrush into the ball pit balls. That's exactly what happens. Is we have no more.
Yeah.
And
You
then we
drop
have
a
to go
bottle of paint,
diving.
It's gone.
Oh, my
Diving
It's
into
God.
the
gone.
ball
The whole
pit.
thing.
So
Can't
the
find
funny
it.
thing here, Chad, is that everyone in this room with me knows exactly what I would do if I walked in here and it was filled with balls. Like, how many people do you think I could kill before everybody got out of the building? I'm old, but
I think-
I'm wily.
I think it really depends
I'm gonna get you.
on how the day has gone so far already.
Yeah.
If you went
If you start the day with me walking in, you go oh like you do.
Yeah.
You're like oh, Jason, you gotta look at something. And you open a door and a million balls pour out.
see, I think if
Somebody dies.
there's some mornings that you come in and you're
so
on
happy
one.
some mornings.
Yeah, you're on one.
On one, like in a good way.
In a good
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like ready to rock and
It's
roll.
true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
And
true.
That's
we
true.
can tell.
I think the
Yeah.
key also is to have you go through the day and not go into the stream room,
No,
Yeah.
and then have it.
because if there's not enough time to clean it up before
That's
stream,
true. That's true.
then that's worse. But if there's enough time, it's the very.
So you know what? And I'm gonna regret saying this because I feel like my future is doomed now. But I would probably walk in here and be really pissed off, and then just roll with it, and we would have a blast.
That's what I think.
We would have a
Like,
blast with
next time you'd be
us painting and being like every now and then just and throw balls up in the air and be like, I don't know what to, I think I could. Am I allowed to pee myself? I don't know what's going on. I'm in a sea of balls, chat.
So here's what you would
Don't
do.
clip that, by the way.
You would force the people who put the balls into the office, into this room, to come in and pick them up during stream, so that you can casually pick up a ball and throw it at them while they're picking them up.
Like I
You
don't
missed
want
one.
lawsuits.
You're not gonna hurt them.
I mean, have you seen those ball pit balls?
I can throw a ball pit ball at Gabe and not hurt him.
I've tried to fill a room with balloons.
It's
before
called
too,
Wii
Schmidt.
bowling.
It's a lot harder than you think.
Dilly has brought it full circle.
Yeah.
How far did you get into filling
Relapse,
the
you
room with
bastard.
I think I filled like the floor layer, and I was like, this is not worth it.
Never
Not
underestimate
worth it.
old age and treachery. What if they were popcorn balls, like the caramel one?
I think we would be shocked at how many balls we would have to get to fill this room from floor to ceiling.
Well,
It's
I feel
called the
called out, but
lies
you're
of-
right.
I'm not shocked. It's a lot.
I am not shocked.
I won't be shocked. And
It's
it's
a
gonna
lot.
be so many.
Yeah.
I've looked into it before for pranking somebody. Like how many ball pit balls would it take to fill someone's car?
It's a lot.
Dude, so a friend of ours, Mike, he saw something where like rubber duckies were a thing, and so he went to buy like 1 million teeny weeny rubber duckies from China on like Alibaba, so that he could prank his girlfriend and fill the whole bathroom with them. So when she opened the door, rubber duckies everywhere. And he bought like what he thought was a lot. He bought like, I don't know, 10,000 rubber duckies
Yeah,
and
fills
everything.
up
And when they
maybe
showed up,
before.
they didn't even fill like an inch of the bathtub
Yeah.
because they were so small. Little rubber. He was so bummed.
Yeah.
So he bought one huge one. Like one huge inflatable rubber ducky.
Yep,
so when she
that's
opened it
what
up,
we
she
do.
couldn't get the door open because it was huge. Like, you know, like the kind you'd put out in front of like a car lot when you're trying to sell
Oh my
a lot of stuff.
gosh.
That's
You know,
great.
he had like this huge inflatable rubber duck in the bathroom, and she couldn't even get the door open. She hated him so much for that. She didn't
So,
have a really good sense of humor.
My car in high school didn't lock properly, and so I would just make sure that I didn't keep anything in there. But it was just like, it just wouldn't lock. And my friends were in this. We
Gabe,
started
was
this,
your car a bicycle?
No, it was
I
a
would've believed
old
it.
Honda Civic.
Okay.
It was a 2-door Honda Civic. But my friends were really into this pranking each other's cars thing for some reason. They just like would just show up and just like wrap it either in
Kids these days, Chad.
in wrapping paper or something. And this time they went too far. But I think my car had just like the locks had just broken on it,
Mhm.
and so they like test the car and like, oh, this opens. I like just saw a movie and I go to open my car and I like touch something weird on my handle. What the heck? And it was like greasy, like
KYA.
it was like
It's like
super. It was like
Preparation
jelly.
H.
And it was it was Vaseline.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my gosh. And so I like, got in my car. I found like a paper towel or like a napkin that I had like thrown in there, and I took my hand off and I go to grab the wheel, and all over the wheel, all over the knobs in my car,
Brake
Oh.
pedals,
over everything.
accelerator.
It wasn't on the
They
brake pedal
weren't
acceleration.
actually trying to kill you.
Anything where I would touch with my hands was
Oh
just
my god,
covered in Vaseline.
that would have been again.
Awesome.
I
I was not happy.
chat. I
very
feel
upset.
like I'm gonna need bail money. So I feel
I
like
don't
Gabe's
know.
gonna do
That's
something
too
really
far.
horrible to me.
That's too far. Jen,
Babe, you look great in green.
can you approve us to buy enough ball pit balls to fill this room?
Hi, sexy.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Jason said he'd have a conniption.
I didn't
And
use
then
that
he would
word.
roll with it.
That's an old person word. I didn't use that word.
I don't know. We need a
She's
lot.
asking how much it costs.
Probably enough that you would say no.
She's so on
It's
board.
enough that you would go, wow, no.
Yeah.
But
Forward,
it'd be
guys.
fun enough.
You would look at the amount that it would of balls we would need,
Yeah.
and you'd go,
It'd be definitely
whoa,
a couple
And
million.
It would be a couple million for
you
sure.
know, I'm really bad at how many jelly beans are in the car.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's
So,
horrible.
I have no idea.
I asked her like, how many do you think are in there?
$200 would fill
If-
this room? No?
If I told you that it would take 5 million,
We're gonna Google
I
it.
don't even know
ball
what that
pit-
look like.
We're gonna Google how many balls it takes to fill up the studio.
No, I'm
Type
gonna do
that
it.
and see what it says.
Well, no.
No, literally just type into Google how many balls does it take to fill my studio. You know what? Do one better. Go to
Okay,
Meta
Can I adjust it to say ball pit balls and not just balls?
No, you gotta literally just say balls.
Okay.
my guess is it's
I'm
going to
super
default to
glad.
like a rubber ball or something, or like a basketball or soccer.
Hey.
Did it
First
give you-
thing, how many plastic balls does it take to fill an average size room?
Google knows. It's
Fi-
scary
want
how
me
much
to guess?
Google knows, but Google knows.
6.4.
Someone's made an online calculator.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's your
Like
footage.
based off of ball per balls
Square
per
foot.
square foot.
Yeah, for sure.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Really
Packing
horrible.
efficiency?
Packing efficiency? Jeez.
Okay, it says 64%. Floor area to cover. Do we know the square foot of this room?
18 by 25, I think.
Chat, 18 by 25. Go.
Roughly.
18.
Well, I mean, it's
450. All right.
10 by 10 by
And then we want this to be what?
190,200.
5 feet? 5 feet?
No, all the way to the ceiling.
Oh, well,
Well,
okay.
you don't want
that-
golf balls, 'cause
Well,
we
do
would
you
like
want-
to
you wanna paint?
survive.
You want to be
Yeah,
able to paint.
you wanna be
So-
able to paint.
So what, is that 4 feet?
4 feet.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
feet.
that's
Sure,
4.
4 feet. Yeah.
The radius of each ball, 1.6 inches? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. That's the radius, though.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna say 3-inch diameter.
Okay.
I do not need any donut.
I do.
holes.
I'm gonna need you to get those donut holes out of this.
I've had too many today.
Can I have some?
Because I'm sure
Make a plate for Jordan.
I'm gonna
Yes,
get
please.
some tomorrow morning. So
Okay. So if they're 3 inches in diameter, which is pretty large.
You're right.
it's too bright.
I'm gonna change it
Your
to
guy just walked
75.
in and walked right back out.
Chair guy said
Oh my God.
nope. Is
First-
what he did.
First he
No.
squinted and went like
Okay,
this.
Like,
so
"Ugh."
I'm gonna have chat guess. It's 450 square feet. We'd make them 4 feet tall, or 4 feet tall filled. So when you walk in, it's like, how many ball pit balls do you think it would take?
Wait, hold on. 450 square feet.
Yep.
Okay.
Game Delay says
17.
At least 7.
Donut holes each.
Okay.
17,000.
17,000.
Hold on.
At least 7. I'm with you, James.
How many donut
Yeah,
holes equal
probably.
one Schlebby?
Hold on.
Schlebby could eat 100 donut holes. Does that seem fair, Schleb?
I think so.
4.3 million.
Million? Come on now.
200K.
And they're 3 inches in diameter.
3 inches in diameter.
I don't want to do math.
I mean, it's also just guess because there's no way you're gonna do that math right now.
I might double mine. It might be like 34,000.
Okay, 34,000.
I'm probably gonna be wrong.
You haven't guessed yet, so you can't be wrong.
My math is
These guys are like
is
doing
making me
math.
think that it's really
I want
86, 280.
60,000.
60,000. It is.
1183.
It would cost us $22,000 to buy 118,000 balls.
118,000 balls.
That's.
Jen's like we can do
Oh
it.
no, we could find
What's
this.
that place?
We could literally rob
Chuck E. Cheese?
No,
That's
no, no,
19 cents per ball.
That's way too much.
Oriental Trading Company.
Okay, if we got them for a penny.
Source does says also there's a thing called donut holes. Where do you live, Source? You don't know that? They don't have donut holes?
When I get this goodie plate, I will show you what a donut hole
Okay.
is.
If
It's the middle of a donut.
if we were able to get them,
It's the reason donuts have holes is what it is. It's not the actual hole.
It's not the hole. It's what came out. What caused the hole.
oh,
Yeah. It's what they took out to leave a hole.
Mm. In Canada, we call them Timbits. Yeah. You Canadians and your Timbits.
You don't have all the junk you have. You just have herring in a toothpaste tube.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Jen, if we can find them for a penny each, it would only cost us $1,000.
Whoa, let's do it.
Can you find them
That
for a
sounds like
penny
a fun
each?
day.
I mean, call China.
Call
Call
China.
There's some factory in China that has 100,000 balls they're trying to get rid of.
100,000.
Because they did them in the wrong color.
Go to the home of Charles Entertainment Cheese, where it really big in 1980.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Also,
And oh, Chuck E. Cheese.
who are we getting these delivered to?
Yeah.
I thought you had to wear Z Cavaricci.
I don't think Carter would be happy with me if
So
Truck
here's
shows up with
here's the
120,000.
thing
Here.
to think about. Those balls still take up the entire volume of 4 feet of this room.
That opens to the outside.
So-
Does that open?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
What?
You just back the truck and dump them in.
Since
here.
when?
Oh my gosh! It would be so easy.
That's funny.
Oh, sorry. You don't
Okay.
like that sound?
It's
Yeah.
It's
you should have heard him-
4:15.
You should have heard him with his Watt tomato or the what was it?
it's 4:15 and I have to
cats,
leave.
Boots, cats. While potato in. Boots, cats. Boots, cats. Boots, cats.
What
While
tomato
potato
in?
If
in.
you ever have a dream of
Potato.
beatboxing, and just say boots.
Boots,
Yeah.
cats. While potato in.
What potato
That's
in?
new.
Are you guys gonna paint the ball pit balls?
We'll make Jordan do it.
Yeah, that's George's job.
Hell no.
Each one.
Hell no.
Hell
I
no.
quit.
Don't even 3D printers print them. Yeah, they're all made of
That's
resin.
it. It's like when you've reached a level of success where you can fill a room with balls or you don't. I beg you, don't make the same mistake I did.
That you didn't do it? Is that what we're saying?
Did
had the
you or
chance
did you
and
not
didn't
do
do
it?
Didn't?
And now you regret it for your entire life? Is this the point where we have to make that decision?
Yeah, maybe.
Dilly dilly goes in.
I mean, if it only cost us $1,000.
Dilly.
That's only if
Then-
we can get them for a penny each.
Wiki.
So here's the real question: at what dollar amount does it become feasible for us to actually do this?
If it were only $1,000, we would have a room full of balls.
Okay,
All right.
I'm
let's
fully
let's
down
find
with
out,
this.
Gabe.
Yeah, I'll help
Let's
you.
Find out.
Chad, if anybody has a line on ball pit
I am in
balls
charge of
at
purchasing,
1 cent
so.
a piece, delivered.
It's your new job, Shelby.
Shelby. Oh my
How did we
goodness.
get here? Gabe, why do you do this to us?
Because it's fun.
I feel like this is bad.
I can't wait
You're definitely related.
for Jason to get an email saying that we ordered
Shipping confirmation.
100,000.
Here, Jen, here's this
182,000 ball pit
invoice.
balls. Delivered on Tuesday. Would you like that? Would you like to sign for that? For
The first thing we get.
contactless delivery.
I get the invoice to accounting and it's signed by Shelby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Signed Gabe.
Received by Shelby.
Gabe's gonna find out that the minimum order quantity is 500,000.
it. Well, sounds like
Well, looks
multiple
like we're
rooms are getting
filling
filled
more
with
rooms.
balls.
Looks like we're filling more rooms.
That's true.
The conference
Oh,
My
room.
office is just ball pit ball. This entire end of the building just has like a little doggy gate on the
Nobody can
door
get
that
anywhere
retains
fast.
the ball.
Wading through all balls.
That would be literally the best day of work ever
Would
in
it?
my life. Period. Full
Would it
stop.
be?
You cannot imagine. Just think about how hard you would laugh for that entire day.
I
Because you would
Chad.
just be surrounded
It's
on
true.
behalf
by
of
ball
Monument
pit
Hobbies.
balls.
Oh,
For
the
the
amount
fact
of
you wouldn't,
we
but
really
would.
would
the amount
like
of
to teach
funny
you how to
bits
paint
that you
better,
could do.
but instead we're talking about balls.
Yeah, like we should fill up your office.
Great.
It would be
Relapse. I'm looking at you, strip
balls.
clubs and whiskey.
I think we've all spent $1,000 on worse things.
What was the website, Jen?
Gabe's like, I am finding us some balls.
Ghost Hunter says, I've got to go, but here's the Discord count. 4,256 amazing artists on Discord and one Don't Eat the Paint super fan.
And how many ball pit balls?
Ghost Hunter,
Oh,
yeah.
118,000 ball pit
Ball pit
balls.
balls.
118,000 ball pit balls.
Ghost Hunter, have a great evening, man.
See you, Ghost Hunter.
One of our favorites. Doing some of
Just have them delivered to Milwaukee, and now it's an Adepticon party. Can you imagine, like, our booth at Adepticon just needs to be a ball pit? It's
That
the
would be-
Monument Hobbies ball pit.
We're like trying to get
Hilarious.
product.
Gabe's
We're
Gabe's like, I don't want to
leaving.
deal with that.
I like for us to sell things at
No.
It's like if there's paint underneath all these balls, all you got to do is dive in and grab however
Oh
much you
my
can in 30
God.
seconds.
Joseph, that is
Wait, that's
maybe
awesome.
one of
Bob for Pro Acryl.
I don't mean this in an offensive. Maybe one of the worst ideas.
You could always use packing peanuts. Oh
They
my
are
god.
the
Packing peanuts would
worst
suck because it's also
Invention on Facebook.
it also wouldn't be super fun to
Horrible.
walk through them because it would.
Stick to
Yeah.
it's like static cling.
Yeah.
Oh my
Cover
god.
I think the funny thing about
Can
the
you
ball pit is that
imagine?
it would be a struggle,
Yeah.
and that's why I love it.
It would be a struggle just to get the darn things in here.
I know.
We'd have to take
Source
B-roll of
made
us
a good
doing that.
point that the shipping on those is
No, they're light.
They're
It-
huge though.
Remember, you're shipping the entire volume of 4
Remember
feet
how
of
much it
this.
costs to ship an 18 by 18 by 12 box.
Do they just come in like loose?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be easier
Just
to
loose
steal from
balls.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't,
Like
that
get a
would be
helicopter
gross.
with one of those big nets that they carry the water in. It's not a net, but that thing. Then we just take the helicopter to Chuck E. Cheese and somehow dip it into the ball pit to get all the balls. And if we have to go to buy some McDonald's on the way to get more balls, and then we just come here and cut a hole in the ceiling and dump them in. I have solutions for everything.
Sounds
people.
cost
The
effective.
opposite way and have a balloon drop in.
I have answers for everything. By the way,
A balloon drop.
this is why they hire me. Why they keep me around. You got problems, yo, I'll solve them.
I just want to
Check out
relish
the-
the fact that Jason
something
gave us
wall.
permission to order
Check
100,000
out the
balls
hook
if they
wall.
cost $1,000.
Yeah. I can get-
DJ Revolt.
I could get
Jen,
for
do you
2
wanna
cents a pop
take the
with our
producer's
logos
Yeah, I
on
was
chair?
them.
gonna say,
For 2 cents a
Okay.
pop with our logos on them?
Fine.
What?
Bye,
No.
chat.
What?
2 cents a pop with our logos on them.
Oh my god, chat. 2 cents for ball pit balls with the Monument logo on them?
And then we could give them away.
Bye, guys.
we can give them away.
Schlebby, bad things are about to
Fine,
happen. Are you sure you want to
Schlebby.
leave us
I know,
alone
I'm
here?
gonna be purchasing them, so
Oh my god. I
don't
feel like
know.
this just
Wait,
went
guys,
from bad to worse.
what
Remember
do
that
we
sign we
do
saw on
with-
the road today,
What's
babe,
the-
where it
what's
said,
the
"Are you going to
minimum
heaven or
order
hell?"
quantity?
Yeah.
This is definitely a
100,000.
leaning
Oh,
towards
that's
hell.
the minimum?
How much is the minimum?
100,000.
That's perfect.
I know. See, okay, we haven't
It was
talked
meant
about
to be.
we haven't talked about this part though.
We're opening up a new
put them
GoFundMe,
after?
chat. And this GoFundMe needs 118,000 ball pit balls.
Where do we put
And
them
a
when we're
dog
done?
gate. Because the dog gate across the door is the only thing that'll hold them in.
I'm not sure that.
Oh, yeah, it would.
You think it would be strong enough?
We'll get one of the ones that screws into the frame.
Oh, yeah, that'd work.
It's fine.
Yeah, that
Me,
would work.
I'm the solution provider.
Okay.
I'm the solution.
I just want him to open the door.
Yeah, minimum order quantity to get.
I went from thinking I was going to kill people to this not sounding half bad. So I'm not real sure. it's
Where's the
happening.
link?
I'm in.
Mechanized
Where's
imposter.
the link? Can you imagine gold M balls on chains? Oh my god!
Ugh.
My goodness. Okay, where
Can
would
you
we-
imagine that? Because sitting in these two chairs would literally be balls up your nose.
Here, no, it'd be up
No,
there.
they
Do
would be
not
literally
clip
above your
that.
They
head.
go up to the top.
Do not clip that, chat.
Falls up to your nose.
Don't clip that. I'm in so much trouble today. We should have never talked about
can-
that.
Hide
I was
stuff in
enjoying this until I realized that they might actually be serious.
Jen's like,
Excited about the storage that Gabe was just asking.
Yeah,
about.
I'm like, where do we put these then? After.
Well, that's why it's not happening.
Oh.
Hey,
This is our
we
moment of
could, if we
rational,
could fill this
being
room
rational.
4 feet high with ball pit balls, we could probably fill the entire conference room with them. We put them in there. That's where we store them.
You know we use that room.
Well,
I mean, that sounds like a fun.
sounds like a fun meeting.
I like how this just sounds great to everybody that doesn't really care about this business.
Wait a second.
Hold your horses over there.
Do you get one of them for guessing the number Price is Right style? You didn't. Oh, you were like closest without going over. You did say 100K. So maybe that's fair.
We don't play games.
Well, potato win. Boots, cats. These are games, and we don't play games. We are very serious, chat. I do not know how this stream. Scott yesterday asked if we ever get derailed.
Yeah.
He needs to be here now.
I was like, oh,
Maniac
what?
needs to be here now.
Yeah.
Yesterday asked
Yeah,
on
wait,
stream.
this
he
is
goes,
a painting
so does
stream?
chat ever really get derailed? And we were like, nah, never. And then today we're talking about ball pit balls.
You should send him a text and say, I just wanted to follow up on your statement from yesterday.
Yeah, we're horrible.
Yeah, I want you to take a look at this clip. And send him the
horrible.
clip from stream. It's like, do we ever get derailed on stream?
Spatsnats, we did the math. It's 118,000.
Yep. There's a calculator online.
We started derailed. Yeah, exactly. How do we get here? We started here.
This is where we start.
Yeah, we start and end here.
All right, chit chat. We're done.
Yep.
It's Friday. It's after 4. You've kept me up past my bedtime.
What?
Time to not be here anymore.
Huh?
It's been a wonderful week. To all of you who have joined us on this ride, we're very thankful. For those of you who have just joined us for the first time, please be assured we do not always talk about ball pit balls, and sometimes we actually tell you neat painting techniques with the most amazing paint on the world. That would be Pro-Acryl. Also, don't eat the paint.
Don't need paint.
Remember, we stream. Hit that follow button, by the way, if you're new. I know. Hopefully, we haven't scared you away. Hit the follow button. We stream 5 days a week from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Since nobody seems to know what Mountain Standard Time is, just look at what time it is in Phoenix, Arizona, and if it's 2 p.m. or
Please-
4 or
please do
before
that.
4 p.m., come here.
Please don't Google Mountain Time.
Mountain time is not correct. Mountain Standard Time.
I said Google what time it is in
No, I
Phoenix.
know. And I said please do that because rather than Googling Mountain Time because that becomes very controversial.
Yeah,
When people Google Mountain Time, they fight.
yeah.
Also, Baby J also basically painted an entire mini in all
Isn't
this
this
chaos.
crazy?
It's true. And now I'm gonna have to paint my whole army to match this.
Yeah, good luck with that. So
Get
check out the
wrecked.
links that Jen is putting up there, chat. Thank you so much for your support. We had a lot of amazing people comment on all of the great stuff we came out with. Obviously, the new sets launched yesterday. We had 18 new colors. What time is it when you have balls up your neck? I don't want to
Time
know.
to go.
This is not a
Time
punch.
to
This is
end
not
the
a punchline.
stream.
I'm
What
excited
time
about
it
finding
is.
out. Oh, Sugar Rush says nice donkey on that banner there, Jordan.
I gave like all of a dog. I think he said they got derailed once.
They were asking what kind of dog it
was.
was. Somebody said it was a zebra. Now it's a donkey. Poor Jordan.
I hate you all.
Baby J works so hard for you people, and this is the thanks he gets.
I'm pretty sure that Rohan was the Lord of Mules.
Do you see what Jordan has to put up with, chat?
You see what Jordan has to put up with, chat?
Wait a minute, chat's making him put up with it. Damn it. We never win. Check out all the links. Join us on our YouTube. Go check out the store to buy all of your Monument Hobby stuff. Like I said, the 18 new colors from the 3 new sets are out. They're almost gone. Wave 1 is literally
Yeah, I
about
think
sold
Rogue
out.
Hobbies is under 100 right now.
Yeah, Rogue Hobbies, you're out, almost out of time. So if you're waiting to the weekend, don't wait.
Buy them now.
Adepticon, Rogue Hobbies, Flame On sets, going to be gone probably before we hit tomorrow.
But then they'll be back.
And they'll be back. This is just wave 1 of production,
They're
we'll
not
be
limited
Yeah.
edition or anything like that. They'll be a permanent part. They're just
yeah, but it will be a while.
we'll be out of stock for a minute.
It will be a while. It takes us weeks to refill this kind of quantity. So, but they will be back. So thank you so much for your support. Love you guys. It's been a crazy couple of days. We'll continue to work through the weekend. If you did order, realize that your orders may be a little later than normal, but they are all going out the door in a record
If
rate
you ordered
right now.
before 9 a.m. yesterday, your order has been shipped. That's as far as
Dang.
That's as
Oh my
far as
gosh.
we got.
as far as we got.
Yikes.
So that means
God.
everyone in Discord.
Before 9
Well, there were hundreds when we went live at 8:30.
Oh
Yes.
my
Yep.
gosh.
Hundreds.
It gave you like,
It's silly, and it never slowed down throughout the course of the entire day, so it's crazy. So thank you so much. Yeah, Sugar Rush, you're shipped already. You got in at the early point. If you were on, that's what being on the Discord's all about right there.
Yep.
Because Jen was like, Jason, let me press the button, and stuff went live at like 8:31 or something like that. So it was great. Fantastic. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Stick around. We're going to find somebody to raid and push some hobby off into your weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. We'll look forward to seeing you back here on Monday. Adios, gang.
Bye.